night, season night. Dana said, Timmy boy, tie it straight. Let's go, let's go. Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Whoa. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Whoa. TNL season 8 when we ride. Tie the flies and feel that vibe. Whoa. Tie the flies and feel that. Whoa. Yeah. Dana in the studio with that retro flow. Aviators on and the shag lights glow. Tim at the vice with a disco grin. Rolling up sleeves saying let's tie again. Started off strong with the atomic worm. Then the waltz worm giving that body a squirm. A killer bug dancing like an 80s teen. Lady McConnell, midge gliding soft and clean. Gold ribbit hairs here shining up the night. Sulfur compare done looking extra bright. Better woolly bugger strutting funk on the beat. Turbo beetle buzzing like the rhythm's complete. Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Tie them flies and let it ride. Thursday nights we worldwide. Now listen up close. This the heart of the show. The TNL family everywhere we go. They shine the brightest, lift us up high. They're the heartbeat thump of every single tie. Only quality people, that's the fam we're in. Love people, catch fish, that's how we begin. Every Thursday now we gather, shoulder to shoulder. The TNL spirit just keeps getting bolder. From the first let's go to the final cheer. It's the TNL family bringing magic here. Dana and Tim keep the rhythm alive. But the fam is the reason that season 8 thrives. Way past the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Tie them flies and let it ride. Thursday nights we worldwide. Polished pheasant tail, strutting in boots. Clifford skating cat is skating real cute. 2-bit hooker dropping beads in flight. Tim's hopper vibing like pure delight. Foundling grooving with that dead hair crown. Woolly scoping booming with the bassline sound. Rope it up, stonefly swinging in strong. Gold Bob 2.0 singing his song. TJ Hooker stonefly flexing its chrome. And Throbbing Chubby dancing like it's going back home. Duracell jig sparking up the night. Pool toy hopper splishing left and right. Club sandwich hopper, stacked so tall. Screaming Banshee wailing down the hall. Sanchez double bunny hopping funky and free. Got her cat is closing out season 8 with glee. Hey! Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. TNL fam, we're unified. Season 8, enjoy the ride.
Blope. Toga. Who's on the race sketch tonight, Tim?
Who's on there? Well, we got some cancer survivors.
We do. Who are you? Who are you fighting for? Who are you cheering on a race that might be in a race right now?
Might be.
So, unlike usual, this is not our sponsors up there, but it is some people that represent the heartbeat of tonight's show, which is all about fighting for breast cancer and bringing awareness for breast cancer. And we have a special guest on the show with us tonight.
We do.
But not right now. They're not here right now, but they will be soon. And did you know that it is tomorrow exactly a 1-year anniversary for them?
Really? 1 year?
Seems fitting that we would have them on the show tonight, folks. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, let us know who. Well, first of all, Tim, what is Fly Toga? I mean, because if you're new here, you're probably like, I thought I was on a fly tying show, and then I showed up here, and all these princesses were on the screen.
Well, we believe in taking you step by step, and Fly Toga is the first step to tying a fly, and it's about typing in the comments. You're going to choose who you want to win out of the 4 races we're going to run, and just stretching out your fingers. You got to get the keyboard going, and that's the best way to get your fingers nimble and thread from breaking.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. Because if you go into a fly to tie a fly, if you go into that moment and you're not stretched out, your fingers are not warm,
It's all downhill.
thread breaks. And we know all about that. And also, if you were to spin your vise or try to thread your bobbin with cold fingers, guys,
No bueno.
it's kind of like peeing when it's cold outside.
How's that?
It's just
Doesn't
not good.
work.
It's not
Okay.
good. Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
But it could be cold outside and you're peeing in your house.
That's a good point. I meant when you're outside peeing outside.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Makes sense.
Either way, it's just a difficult situation. Yes, it's doable. But do take our advice. So we do run 4 of these races, 15 seconds each, which is a total of...
It's a whole minute.
It's a whole minute. I'm Dana Lattery, and that's Tim Hepworth, and this is Thursday Night Live Fly Tying Season 8. Episode number 9.
9.
9.
It's the only word I know.
And if you were here last week, that was the giveaway for the old Hillbilly to crush the wizard in a game of Fly Toga. What?
Not
No,
Fly
I meant
Toga.
Flyingo.
Flyingo.
Because Fly Toga is nothing. You don't win a thing, except there's a little bit of pride in this.
I would say there's a lot of pride in this.
There's a lot of pride. And sometimes when you don't win anything, the pride part is kind of bigger than a prize.
Yeah.
It is the
True.
prize.
It is the prize.
So yeah, to get the first race on the go, we are tying a couple flies tonight. The TJ Hooker Stonefly and the
Throbbing Chubby.
Robin Chubby. You're going to want to stick around for that Getting Buggy with Dana because
Well,
the music for that segment, guys, is magical.
best one yet, by far. All right, who are you going with? You got to choose first.
Obviously,
All right, well, I know.
Mom.
Well, I'm going to go sister then because I always got to be next to
I
you.
know. So yeah, you just type in the comments what race. So this is race number 1. You can say race, and you can say mom, sister, daughter, aunt, wife, grandma. And if somebody in a different relationship exists, I could only put 6 on the screen. So they're always somebody's daughter, somebody's likely sister,
Yeah.
wife, maybe grandma. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna stick with mom for all 4 races, Tim.
Okay.
So you're going with sister.
Sister.
If I can remember how to do this, it's quite simply like this. In 5, 4,
3, 2,
1,
go. Oh, unicorn.
and they're off. The
You
unicorn
lead the
always
way.
leads the race with this.
Oh, man.
The princesses are off. The wife
Look at 'em.
looks like she's out in front, but there comes
there
mom.
goes mom. Are
Do
you
you
going to
th-
go 1 for 1?
You know what? I hope she goes
no.
4 for 4 tonight.
No,
Yeah, there we go.
you are. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
And she's riding a unicorn.
Oh, she caught the
Dang.
unicorn.
Oh, man. Well, I'm happy
I mean,
that
like you couldn't script it any better
No,
than that.
well.
Factually.
sister could have won. That'd have been a little better script. But
Yeah, well, you know, it happens for you, but for me and the sake of the show tonight, can she do it again?
well, you're going to find out because you're going to choose every time.
And I know how I'm going to skew it is if I shuffle the characters a few times, then there's a chance
That you
I
could
can
again.
win again.
That's true. Sometimes they go back to back, though.
They do. And yeah, let us know in the comments. We're on to race number 2. Thursday Night Live Fly Tying Fly Toga.
Fly tying toga.
Also, remember, sharing is caring.
You must.
So
must share.
you do have time right now to share this if you're on YouTube. I don't know how you're going to share it other than into your company group chat.
That'd work.
I wonder where the weirdest place that somebody could share this live stream tonight.
Yeah, and get somebody to come say what's
Yeah,
up.
100%. That's the challenge,
challenge tonight. Yeah, let's
Where
do it.
can you share this live stream tonight? You know, like a company group chat that has nothing to do with being fun. And can you get one of them to come and watch the show tonight? And they got to say that I'm here because of Tim's group chat. Like, well, I was trying to think of a really bad group
I
chat
was
you're in, but
wondering where it's going to go with that. Yeah,
I just wanted to keep your
my
pride
dignity.
alive.
Oh man, very nice. Granny on race 2 for
All
Terry.
right, well, I got mom. What are you up to, Tim? Race number 2. Type it in the comments.
Well, I'm going to go Dada.
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 Dada. All right, folks, we only do 4 of these tonight, and this is number 2, and I'm 1 for 1, and Tim's 0 for 1.
0 for 1.
What are you, 0 for or 1 for?
Let's see.
Yeah, see, that was a bad time for that song to say that, but 5-4.
3-2.
1-0, and the unicorn sets the standard at the race. The pace horse, we'll call that. We don't know, guys. It's a close race, and sometimes the person from, like, Ant's coming in. I think Ant's going to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
come on.
daughter.
Let's go.
Daughter. Well, she is someone's daughter, so that's a fact.
1-1.
Who are we cheering for? Who are you cheering for?
Oh,
Race 1 for 2. 1 for 2. We're batting.
tied up.
We're batting 50% here, Tim.
As long as we can take that forward into the jelly bean finanza, I'll be all right.
John says has to win weirdest place to share. I did not see.
It's best if you don't.
Pornhub. Okay. How do you share it in there?
I don't know. He's probably
Maybe
in
as a
some
group
chats.
chat. Yeah. Well, we did we have fished with him, and
It's true.
that's right up par for the course. We do have a new run on the Bow River called John's Hole.
We do.
We do, and it's not been catching
Not
fish
good
since,
at all.
since John did.
No, that was the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great spot because every time I catch a fish there, it's kind of like it's right up in the skinnies, and they just break everyone off.
Everybody.
Like,
They're
even
gone.
John. Like John was like
Oh, John,
6 or
did
7.
he catch any in there?
Well, he hooked about 7.
It's true.
Landing wasn't his thing that day, but that's okay.
At least it was for his fiance.
Where's the weird? Yeah, she did. She caught an absolute beautiful fish that day.
Yeah.
Race number 3, 15 seconds. We gotta have to hit race again right here. Where's the weirdest place you could share this live stream tonight? You gotta let us know. And bonus points if somebody shows up from that weird place.
Yeah. Bonus points. Just bonus.
Group chats, you know.
Yeah.
Company
Bonus
group chats.
Trying to think.
Do
of
we
what's-
have to share one too?
Well, that's easy.
Weirdest place you could share it. That nobody would show up. It's the FFBR group chat.
Yeah. Where's the mic?
Yeah, drop.
Bazinga. Very true.
The funny stuff. All right, race number 3. Obviously, I'm going to stick with Mom.
I think I gotta go Ant now. Swap sides.
Mom, if I just gave away our guest. I was going to text her, not call her out on the show. I just got to fire it up and tell her you could call into the show and see what happens there. We had some, I don't think we had technical difficulties yesterday trying it out. But Mom had some difficulties.
Age-related difficulties.
Yeah. I don't know if they were age, just, it's, but we got it. So race number 3, starting off strong, hopefully going at we're 2 for 3. Race number 3, I'm going with Mom. I didn't hear yours.
Ant.
All right. You guys write it in the comments. Let us know who you think is going to win race number 3. And in 5-4.
3-2.
1-0. And the unicorn is off. The pace horse is setting the pace, but no one's keeping up.
Ooh. You never want to be in the lead early. It doesn't work out well. Yeah, see, there's old Granny. She's got the pace now.
No, Granny. No, Granny.
Granny took it.
Grandma.
She's somebody's mom.
She's somebody's mom. She's somebody's daughter.
Yeah, and
Yeah, so we just got... we're just going to throw that in over there. And that special guest will just hang out over there for a little bit. And we got another race.
One more to go.
Folks. One more race. Hopefully, it could be the tiebreaker between Dana and Tim because, well, quite frankly, there was a long time there where I never won anything.
It's true.
And now I'm slowly starting to win, but I'm not really making a habit out of it.
That's true. That is true. What are you gonna do?
Roger, this is a family show. I think we're missing some comments here.
Yeah, probably for the best.
I just can't find my mouse. Up there it is. Okay, I see your comments.
Yeah.
That's still family. We're all so good. Why play? Because race number 4, choosing Mom. Who'd you pick again?
I haven't. I'm gonna just get away from you, I think. I'm going to go with wife. Oh, you switched it now right next to each other. Well, I'm still
You got to
it.
stay with the wife.
I'm staying with wife.
And I'm going to go with mom. And folks, this is the fourth and final race of episode 9. 1 minute of racing is all we do here on Thursday Night Live Fly Tying.
It just takes 10.
It just takes about an hour. But we did start early tonight.
We did.
And about 3 minutes early. And maybe we'll make a habit out of that. We don't know. But the fourth and final race is about to get started in 5, 4,
3, 2,
1, 0. And the unicorn set the
races.
pace. Here we go. Hope for at least I'm consistent.
Yeah,
Nope.
I'm back there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to make a comeback.
Daughter,
Oh,
wife.
come
Where's
on,
mom?
wife.
Mom, come on.
Come on,
just
wife.
absolutely.
Oh,
sister.
I should have stuck with sister.
Ah, sister. Did anybody win twice of the names?
We were just...
Mom, who did you pick the second one? Sister?
Yeah.
So sister did win. So sister won twice.
Sister won twice.
So it is possible, especially when I shuffle the characters, it's possible to win twice. I think you've won 4 times in the past.
Yeah, I have.
You've really sucked lately. Is what I want to say.
I don't win the games anymore.
Make sure you guys stay tuned because well.
Yeah.
Did we play this last time?
Yeah, we did. I got a terrible one. I got
again. Bean Boozled.
Yeah.
It's a game where we try out some funky jelly beans, and one of them is good and one of them is not good, but we don't know because they all look the same. But that's how we start off Thursday Night Live. Hopefully you guys stretched them out, made the magic, and so we're gonna thank our awesome sponsors for making this night happen, and then we're gonna come back to roll call.
Innovation is in our DNA here at Fishpond, and this year we're raising the bar. From the brand new Storm Shadow line with industry first weather resistance to new Nomad net models crafted for any application. Built for every mile, the entire line is crafted for the rugged demands of adventure travel to the ease of everyday angling. Head on over to fishpondusa.com to find a dealer near you.
It's that special time of the night where you, my friends, let us know where you drink, where
you're drinking.
Same thing.
It works.
Well, yeah, sort of.
Who you are. What you drinking. The food is
God, we got to learn the words to our songs, Tim.
I just know the word roll call.
That's all I wait for.
Roll call.
Oh, yeah. So I got to come up with a third thing.
Your third question.
Guys, Ray's already playing bingo.
Good for Rays.
Should I call something out for Ray's to make sure he's...
Sometimes you just got to be prepared, you know? Way ahead of schedule.
Ray, I see you playing bingo without us. That's all good. That's all
fine,
good. So
fine.
tonight's
You can do
special episode, it is breast cancer awareness. And we're going to get to that. Our special guest is just sitting over there in the green room waiting to jump into the show. And it's actually a year ago.
Yep.
A year anniversary. Super awesome. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking about Mom and how she's doing so well. I thought, you know what? We'll just redo this show with she might not be as high.
No, she was.
And by as high, I mean not at all. I just thought maybe, we don't know. We don't know. To each their own. But yeah, roll call is a time for you to check in and us to check in with you. And you got to let us know. Man, I can't think of one. That's why I
can't. Oh, okay.
Okay, I know. Let us know where you're from, what you're drinking, and where did you share this post?
Oh, yeah.
Like, where's the weirdest place? Remember we asked you guys to do that earlier? We gave you specific instructions. Obey my orders.
Yeah, instructions.
Because sharing is caring. So, here we go. Airdrie, Alberta, Neil Smudgy, Kevin, Mount Begbie, there, wherever
he's in
you
Revy,
I was like, he's in Mount Begbie.
Yep.
Tall Timber Ale, Revy. We got a couple beers that we'll be drinking. We'll be tying the Throbbing Chubby and the TJ Hooker Stonefly. Tim, what fly will we do first, and what thread should they slap-a-dap in their bobbin?
Yeah, so we're going to start off with TJ Hooker Stonefly. So our nymph for the night, we're going to tie that one up first. I'm going to be using some UTC 70 in black, but anything darker in color, and really size doesn't matter on this one, and size never matters, except for sometimes, so...
Is Trish watching? Nope. We just need to confirm. Anyways.
She's not.
What we do need to know is where you're from, what you're drinking, and where's the weirdest place that you shared this post. We told you. We gave you an order. Okay?
Yeah.
We want to know. Did you send it to your wife? Did you grab your wife's phone? That might even have been better.
That would have been better, yeah.
And shared it to her yoga group chat. And said, come play Fly Toga.
Fly Toga.
There's hot yoga, there's all these things, but there is not Fly Toga.
Oh, that would be something.
I think we're onto something, Tim.
Tying flies and yoga poses.
Might be a little extreme, but
I know, but I kind of want to.
But I'm here for it. But I'm here for it, just like I'm here for you guys. Dean, welcome. Drinking.
Yeah, what's up, Dean?
I look up there and I have it right here, and Terry Sather, north of Sylvan Lake. Sipping.
He loves that Kennebec.
Loves his Snake Lake.
Yeah, he does.
Old Pine Beetle loves his Snake Lake. Dave Rutherford, Gull Lake just got home, so no drink yet. Shared it to IG and saying, I'm excited to see Tim go 0-6 for Bean Boozled. When you know it's coming, it's like all day I've just been like meditating, practicing.
You've probably eaten. You just know which ones you've.
Well, you pick them. You guys, everyone's picked them. But what I was doing was going around the back alleys as it got nice today and things were thawing out. And I was trying pieces of dog poo.
Oh, okay.
And then I videoed myself and I was trying to keep a straight face because I might be getting Bean Boozled, but I just have this skill to battle through it.
You're not.
So
from one boozle to another.
I worked on it today. We'll see if that proves to be true or not. Hershey having a peppermint tea beside the wood stove in sunny Alberta.
Nice. I don't think it's sunny anymore, but
no, the sun has set. We got Darren B. Smith, Airdrie with an 88, and I shared it with a buddy that's a firefighter and his captain ties.
Nice.
Guys, that makes too much sense.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to share it somewhere where they nothing with fishing, okay? We got to get them to come into the show and just be absolutely bean boozled. Like, what did I just tune into? That's the kind of people we're looking for.
Well, at least he took some instruction and shared it. So
Yeah, he did. He gets 2 points. So
2 points.
write that down, Darren. You got 2. And I got these beers this week right by his house.
Oh.
So I said, you better not slack. You better go get these beers. So,
Yeah.
he's going to get a few more points tonight
I
because
think
he's good at phone. I got to guide him this summer.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm training him well right now.
Just listen to everything I say.
Yeah,
Do not deviate.
This is quite the training program for our date in August. Troy Tracy from the East Coast, Smith Struthers, Pleasure Principle, small batch from 88. And I saw them making that.
88.
Howdy, YYC Airport. Cam's back, touchdown. He's in town.
Nice.
Darren said yes. I got them both. See, Tim,
Man, you got a good one. Hold on.
We got Struthers. Struthers, we're guiding Struthers. We both are, so we got to train him.
Yeah, well, that's been a few
We've
years.
done
It's been a few-
it.
we even took guide school. We've done a lot of training.
It's still not working. I have videos of him up in the trees and the grass and the banks, and
Now we get to see him row his own boat down the river.
I just think he might be able to lip read, so I don't want him to see my mouth.
You just don't think his ears work?
That's a good point. Well, if they did, he'd maybe listen to me here and there. McKenna, Texas Hill Country Shinerbach.
Huh. There's hills in Texas.
I always want to get some not. It's hard because if I don't get local craft beer, it's not. It's just random.
Yeah.
Coors Light. And it's like I've had a million. It's no shock and awe factor. Like tonight's beers, I've not had them. Tim's not had them, and they're new to us, and maybe they're new to you.
And hopefully they're good.
Billy Griffith Jr.
Diet Coke and Calgary.
Can't share the feed, no friends. That's how I ended up. Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. Good comment.
Well, but I mean, you gotta have a phone number in your phone.
Yeah, at least one.
Maybe I could share it with my my officer friend I have met today.
That's true.
Should I text her and say,
I
do bodies float?
Well, she's definitely not going to ask you to the stand after that.
Not after this. Maybe I can wear my whatever this is. So we're just wearing random
Your
things.
beret.
That's the way she goes. Looks like we got a couple players playing bingo right now. Maybe I just randomly shoot a call out and
See what happens.
get everyone in the Flyingo app. Flyingo.ca, get your free Flyingo card. You see it at the top of the screen there.
That is coming up.
Bruce Tulsa Burbs drinking a Michelob Ultra Lime Cactus.
Yeah, interesting.
Shared this great event at Fat Toad Brewery on Tuesday. Well, that's awesome too. That's probably very helpful, to be honest. What were they doing at Fat Toad Brewery?
Yeah, where's Fat Toad Brewery?
He's in the burbs, man. Tulsa. He's the Tulsa King.
The Burbs.
Tulsa
King.
He is the Tulsa King. Remember he won a trip a couple years ago and he came up and Aaron took him out?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Now I'm remembering.
And
Yes.
he's back to the burbs. Running the streets.
Running this street.
River Rat is here. Welcome, Jeff Thompson.
What's up, Jeff?
A climber extra. Is it extraordinary or
No.
extraordinaire?
Extraordinaire.
What's the difference? Because I think they're both pretty cool.
Both are good.
Bill Adams, guys, this might be a new name. Somebody might. He got to let us know where he.
Yeah, we're
And a crazy and the wild and good, crazy good local. He shared it on a local radio station.
How did you do that?
I don't know. He's outdoing himself
Yeah.
though. I like that.
I like this guy.
Tyler has not shared it, so there's couch invites gone. John Bruns, Storm Lake, Iowa, drinking Voodoo Ranger IPA, New Belgium Brewery. Sean's drinking a little H2 No. There's a Tim Hortons coming to San Antonio. Mr. McKenna is
big
pumped.
news.
Pumped up. Well,
Double.
it's kind of maybe like it's Tim Hortons. I mean, do you think it's all that? I mean, it's just so familiar.
Yeah, we've had it for
And-
so long. Maybe if we got like a Dunkin' Donuts, we'd be like, ooh, something different.
Man, I saw a video of them they were making the drinks in the Dunkin' Donut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably the same everywhere, but like the cup's like this big and this much with sugar.
Really?
Yeah, they just kept pumping the sugar, and I was like, gosh, dang, that's diabetes. So I ordered 2.
I got to.
Guys, Tim and I are going on a road trip tomorrow, in case you wanted to know.
Road tripping.
Did anyone even ask?
I didn't see it. I was
No,
waiting. But
they didn't even ask. But we're headed down to the US of A.
Yeah.
Yep, quick down and back, Idaho Falls. Because why, Tim?
Time to pick up the new boat.
Time to pick up a new boat, a new Hydra boat, one of our sponsors here. I can't wait for Tim to share it with you guys. The colors are fantastic. And by the looks of the photos, which don't say much, they did another great job.
Yeah. Can't wait to put my hands on it.
Yep. And Alec, if you're watching, if it's not ready at 3:49 p.m.
Tomorrow.
What will we do to him?
I don't know. He's a pretty small guy. I could probably do a lot to him. Like beat him up, okay?
Okay, beat him up. Okay, up or
Around or back and forth.
what if he was on your boat and you didn't want him off there? How would you get him off?
Oh, it's not hard to get him off.
You beat him off. You could beat him up.
Yeah, I could beat him up.
All right, we've said enough. My mom is watching, and hopefully she's ready to come on the show because we're just gonna jump her in. We're gonna still see all your comments, guys, but get your threads ready. We are gonna tie some flies. We are gonna get to beer 30, and we're gonna kind of jump around with Mom on the show here. But first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, 1 year to the date. My mom.
My mom.
Your mom's watching too?
Well, my mom's watching too. Yeah,
Always does. All right. There she is.
Hey.
Hey.
How's
going on?
How's the audio?
Mine, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can. We for sure can. Are you nervous?
It's just a hard act to follow after all of your
Jokes? Our talk. Okay, well, we'll keep talking. I have no issues doing that. So I think, guys, last time we checked in with Mom about a year ago, you had a crown on. Do you still have that crown?
I had a crown on. I think I do. I think it's in that drawer. Deej, do you want to see if it's in that drawer?
Deej is my sister, so she's also more shy than anyone you know.
And Holty is my grandson.
And Holty, are you gonna jump in the show here? No, there's the
There
crown.
it is.
There's the crown. Okay, and
nice.
I think last
Yep,
time you were
there we
very
go.
very high. Do you have any drugs there?
Very high.
Don't encourage.
I do, and I was actually wondering if I have one left that I saved just in case. And I probably should have taken it.
Yeah.
I didn't, so now it's too late. But as I was listening to the two of you talking, I'm like, oh, I should have taken my drugs.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
So.
She never approved of me growing
Well,
up.
You two sounded like you were drunk.
Oh, well. we're
Oh,
not.
we've had a shop beer. We've had a long day. We've got a lot of quick ties done, and we had a shop beer
Good.
too.
It's true. We
Good.
did.
They're all gone.
Well, you
No.
just seem loose and light. Maybe that's a good way to
Just,
say it.
it's just how we do it.
Been that way my whole life.
Yeah.
Both.
I haven't been light, but I've been loose.
Yeah.
Okay, loose.
Yeah. So,
I like
anyways, can you see the comments there? Lots of people are saying hi. Scooter's
Hi.
the one that got us the bracelets, the Flyline bracelets.
That
I know you wanted to touch
was
on that.
Amazing. I did. I really did. Dana gave us, I can't remember exactly how many, but I know I wore mine from before surgery till I saw my doctor 6 weeks later. Never took it off. And I know, I think Dana, you had one. I think Janine had one. DJ had one.
Yep.
I even think Holt had one. So we all kept our bracelets on. And it was a good reminder of hope and a blessing and gratitude.
So in this idea, I always struggle with, these like events and shows and stuff that are trying to bring awareness to something, because I sometimes myself ask the question, how is that even possible to bring awareness when, there's enormous events, and how can a little show like this, in a basement bring awareness to something like this? And then I realize we don't have to change the world by changing 6 billion people, or we don't have to bring awareness to all those people at once. We just, maybe through sharing a bit of your journey, we can shed some light, some hope, bring some joy. And sometimes there's people in here that might have themselves, or a mom, like we said at the start, a grandma, a daughter, a sister that is going through this. And then, through sharing a little bit of your story, it's kind of like that, it's going to be okay. Or they see hope through that. So, we're going to kind of go through this in a little quick pace, but walk us through, like getting a cancer diagnosis and a little bit about why you went in to get checked on, because I think that something you kind of wrote in your journal there was this early detection. And I think that's how we can help bring awareness to a lot of this, is telling people what to look for and encouraging people to get checked. So what did that look like for you in the early diagnosis? Kind of what, that was probably a scary time. And so I know you talked about it last show, but let's reiterate, walk through that again.
Sure, Dana. It's like, and for everyone here, Dana was probably the beginning of
So I'm the
whole
problem.
journey.
I remember this.
Yeah. So, and I remember it was easier to probably say when you're high, but it's like when Dana stopped nursing, I developed a lump, and so I went in, and at that time it was nothing, and from that point for the last, I guess it's like 30, 40 years, Dana, because you would have been a year old at that time.
Yeah, so 29 years.
I've always had, okay, so 29 years. I've always had to have them checked. I've always had to have mammograms. I've had lumps removed that were non-cancerous. And I think that when I went in, it was routine for me because I had it done every 6 months or every year. So then I think when they started to look a little, taking more more pictures and stuff, I think I was like, oh, well, that's weird. And then it's like, oh, okay, I think we need to do a biopsy. And then I'm like, okay, well, I've done that before. Then when it came back and it was cancer, I think that was hard to hear, and it's meant something completely different. So that was a very challenging time to be like, wow, I have cancer. And then it was to make the decision as to what you need to do. Was it just to have a lumpectomy and radiation? Was it to have a mastectomy? Was it to have a double one? And so making that decision was the hardest. I think once I made that decision, and yes, I probably went aggressive, but in my mind, I didn't want to be coming back in 6 months having to have the other one removed, or I wasn't really wanting to have radiation if it wasn't necessary. So that was sort of my journey, and that's why I went that direction that I went. And I'll be honest, I don't regret it. Even though my doctor wasn't a fan, she supported me, but I really don't have any regrets.
Yeah. What does the doctor say on the other side of it? Because I know that was a big conversation within the family, basically because, she talked about some of the negative side effects of having a double mastectomy, and maybe it's not worth that. But, we eventually had to let you walk through it because it's your journey, and we had to be supportive in that. So being that the doctor did this against kind of her recommendation, where does she sit on that now?
Well, so the things that she talked about were you would have numbness. She talked about maybe you wouldn't be able to raise your arms, that you would constantly be in pain. So yes, she did discourage it because there could be a lot of negative side effects. I think when she saw me at 6 weeks, I think she was extremely pleased with my progress and where I'm at. And I mean, I've also think I put in the time to make sure that I can always raise my arms, and that I think my scars are minimal. So I've went, if anybody needs to know, I have a very good person who literally all she does is massage your scars. Sounds disgusting, but it allows for no more scar tissue. And so I think I've done everything I could to get the best result. And the doctor is very happy with the results.
So Bruce Mathis said that his younger sister Denise is going through the same thing currently. So our thoughts and prayers are with you, Bruce, and your family. And yeah, and I know the journey of cancer is not typical, and it's also not. Everyone's so unique in the way that their body processes it, the way that they decide to go through this stuff. So yeah, it's hard, and those you can relate to the fears in the beginning, and yeah, like you said, you hear the words cancer, and it's just like, whew, what does that feel like?
I'd encourage her to be positive no matter what. It's just try to have a really, and obviously she's got family. I think my family was instrumental in keeping my spirits up, being there for me, making sure that I was able to get out and to do things, and supported me in my drains and measuring them. And yeah, there's just so many things that you have to be so thankful for family that was here to support that.
So now, what does the journey forward look like, given that you've hit kind of like your 1 year milestone?
Well, I think it's just about your perspective, and you realize that every day is a gift. It isn't a right, and it isn't necessarily something that you can take for granted, and that you just learn to appreciate. I think you appreciate more every single thing that you do in life, because you realize that, you know, some people don't get the opportunity to see their grandkids grow, or they don't get an opportunity to be a part of their lives, or they don't get an opportunity to be on a show like this and just share the importance of family and friends. And I think that my whole outlook on life has become more and more real, in the fact that I just really try to get up every morning and grateful and have gratitude for being here, and trying to make each day count, doing things that matter to me and to my family. And it's almost like life is like a box of chocolates. It's just savoring each chocolate, and each chocolate tastes different, and making sure that I'm doing those things. That's probably what I've learned from this the most.
Who would you say, like if you were to take yourself a year ago and yourself today, what would you say other than, you know, you taking every moment, you know, for being the moment it is, but what would you say is the biggest difference in those two people, other than having two less boobs?
Yeah, I think I think my relationship with God is closer. I think I am very thankful to Him that it wasn't any more serious. I think that I feel like I'm maybe not as angry, or I just try to find the positive, and I try not to burn bridges with people, because life is short and we need to. So I think I'm a much more aware of life and how much it means to be here. And it's not going to always be that way. I get it.
Well, I saw something today, ironically fitting. It said that being positive doesn't mean you're delusional about the current situation. It just means that you're hopeful for the future. Yeah. And it kind of like, kind of made me giggle inside because there was a time on the Instagram world that there was a group of people who decided that they would love to see me and Tim die. And the attacks were volatile and daily. And some of them were, like, you guys are fraud. Nobody can be this positive all the time. And it made me kind of think about it. And I was like, what can't you?
Yeah,
like,
watch us.
Like, yeah. So, and that doesn't mean that, I'm a pleasure to be around 24/7. Janine would love to be on the show right now. Tim can attest. My mom knows I am because she raised me.
Yeah, right.
but-
You're perfect.
You want to say it again?
A little louder.
You're perfect.
That's what makes it
Gonna
beautiful.
Yeah. It's like, hold tight.
Yep, that's
bro.
your unicorn.
That's what makes you beautiful.
But when I
yes.
heard that today, and I was like, yeah, that's right. It doesn't mean I'm delusional about this situation, the current. But it means that like you said, it's like, you control attitude and effort. It's the only thing you control in life. And if you choose to, because everything's a choice, Bruce, life's about choices, if Bruce is still in here. What she reiterates to me every time we're on the boat together, and I love it because it's just like life's about choices.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't we choose to try to like have a better outcome, right? Because into that whole rewiring your neuroplasticity and stuff. But I think in a situation like this for you, that is really cool to hear that you're just really understanding that each day is a gift. And we're lucky. We get to spend the entire summer at the house with you. She's at the Trout Hotel right now, guys. So
Lucky.
yeah, we're grateful. I'm extremely grateful that the journey is positive, that you're still with us. And I remember we did interesting enough, because what tends to happen in situations that Tim's walking through with grief and loss is, and what you went through with your surgery, is that people they'll be there in the beginning because it's like, what do you need? How can we help? And then all of a sudden they fade. And I'm sure that you probably saw the same thing happen, to which when we did the breast cancer run or walk or whatever it was, and I know that you tried to just be like, yeah, it doesn't matter if nobody comes. It doesn't matter. This is just what my mom does, and it does matter. And then afterwards, there was a moment where you're like, it did matter that you guys came, and it also mattered the people who didn't come. And my point of sharing this is that it is very important to continue to support those people. And the biggest aha moment I had at that walk was, so many people were walking around with like stickers saying, I'm running for my mom, who's, passed away 2 years ago. Like there were so many in memory of my mom. I just looked at my mom and I was like, I'm running because I get to run with my mom and not for my mom.
Yeah.
And so I just want to say, my perspective has got a boost, and I'm grateful that you let us walk on this journey with you.
And I want to thank you guys. And I remember, Dana, when you said that, and it was very impactful, I know, to you, and it was very impactful to me, because when you're there and there's all these people there and you realize how many of them are not running with their mom or with their sister or with their aunt, they're running in memory of. And many of them were young, like maybe 20-year-old kids and things like that. And you just were like, you're so thankful that the outcome was what it was. And that but those are all things that as you're walking through the journey, you don't actually understand or know exactly what the outcome will be. And you just have to keep on believing. Even for me, going under the knife and being under for 3 hours is not, there's that point there where you go, you know what, I could go under and I could actually go right from here to heaven. And I wouldn't even know I didn't come back. You guys would only know it. And so you have that time where you're just like, even as you wake up from that, you're so thankful that you get to live another day. You're so thankful that you get to, like either having you guys here for the summers and just seeing you come home after a hard day on the water and just watching you relax.
Share all
or
the beautiful
Tim's big thing
stories
is-
about.
Yeah. I
We're
wasn't gonna say
never
anything
frustrated.
negative, but it's like, no, I didn't say that hard day. I didn't say frustrated.
Yeah, okay.
Tim's big thing is he would throw himself on the floor and get the two dogs and just lay there, and that was his kind of downtime. And
Yeah.
then, they would just sit and cook their suppers and clean up and just laugh and giggle and go to bed and get ready for another day. And they were so thankful for each day to spend with every single one of the people that were their clients. And it's I think it's a blessing, and I appreciate the fact that I get to be a part of their journey in some small way.
Well,
Well,
I
it's
don't
a pretty
think it's
big way.
small. Yeah.
You're our sounding board. You're our everything.
Yeah.
You're a roof.
Yeah. I mean, I moved away at a very young age, 15-ish. So, I mean, to get to come full circle and spend our summers with you and, have my best friends there, I feel like we're just cheating at life. Yeah.
Cheat code.
Yeah. Yeah. And, there's just, so, to take away, is there anything else you want to share? Hopefully you're going to still be up for a little more of the show. Right?
Yeah. Well, I've got it on the TV, so I'm probably going to watch it there. So
Okay.
my phone is at 20%, but
Okay,
yes,
that's great.
I
Great.
will be on for some show.
Is Holt want to
But
say
it's
hi or
thank you
anything?
for having me on. Holty, do you want to come say hi? Come over here to my phone. Do you want to? Okay, you got to put this in your ear. Okay. And then you come here. No, you come here, and I'm going to...
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
Can you see him?
You'll be on the
No,
screen
wait.
in about 7 seconds. Say something.
Yeah, just watch and say hi.
Do you love Nanny
Hi,
D?
Dana. Hi, Tim.
Hey, buddy.
Say, how are you guys?
There's the deer in headlights, and then there's you.
See, now you're on that. Now you're on the. No, look on the TV. See, now look there.
Is it Christmas? Last week we wore our Christmas shows.
love
Did
it.
Timu just show up for you too?
Tell him.
Minecraft Christmas.
Tell him next time to do Minecraft.
We did that last year.
Tell 'em
You're
to
a
do a
whole year.
Minecraft show.
You're a whole year behind.
Okay. See
Yeah.
ya. Give me
'Kay.
back my thing.
Oh, and a
Beautiful.
little
I
sneaky
think.
DJ
I
in the
think.
back.
I think he
He's got it
didn't
on.
have the one with the microphone
Yeah,
on
I
it.
think so.
Oh, you didn't? You couldn't
No.
hear him?
Just you, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. So beautiful.
Thank you for your testimony.
So Kat here is the one, she sent you a letter, and she just, I know she
Yes.
always watches, but she finally just
And I
commented,
have
and
it.
she's like, I love your words of wisdom and thank you for sharing your story. Very parallel
Well,
paths.
thank you for your
and,
letter.
Yeah, I think it's just really cool. Like it's just community. It's just what community means, is when you have like-minded people
Yeah.
who help each other through tough times, and sometimes we can't help everyone through, and then they're no longer with us, and then we need to help their people through it. And just, I guess, cherish every day. Like TNL, I mean, we're at season 8, episode 9, and I look up here all the time because it's all of our years and seasons, and it's like, sometimes it gets like, oh man, we got another, but then it's like, no, check ourselves, because we're already almost done another season.
That's
And
wild.
yeah, we're so lucky to get to do this and do the summers and guiding and everything. And yeah, it's just like a cheat code. I feel like I turned back into a child again, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
With
I'm
a
all right with it.
little more
Well,
wisdom.
and this is where you guys can make everything light and fun and silly and crazy, and that gives everybody a break in the middle of winter doldrums.
Yeah, that's right. So, okay. We love you. We're
All right,
grateful
well,
for
thank you
you.
guys.
Thank you
Love you
for
too.
doing this
Yep.
against sometimes your comfort. I do
problem.
force her to do a few things like that, but okay, we love you. If you're still here, I'll message you. We'll get you back in for the wins. We're gonna go try some of our beers and tie a couple flies.
All right. Take care.
See ya.
All right, Timmy, let's do this. We got a couple good ones tonight, folks. I'm so excited to try them.
All right, first beer on the docket tonight. We have, this is the Click and Paw cassette. This is from 88 Brewing Co. in Calgary, Alberta. This is a light lager. It's a nice table beer with a 4.8% ABV. The vibe of this beer, the beer is pure nostalgia. It's like fishing an old fiberglass rod with a click and paw reel. Simple, mechanical, and timeless. 88 Brewing says it's built for the extended play, which is exactly what a 12-hour day on the Bow River is. The Hatch, a little lager. It uses Saz hops, the classic Pilsner hop, to give it a floral, spicy nose, but it's mostly about the bready biscuit and malt backbone. Well, that is a mouthful. On the palate, it's going to be super crisp and clean with a semi-sweet finish. It's not trying to challenge you, it's trying to refresh you. It's the beer version of a perfect dead drift. Best paired with a long, hot afternoon, wet waiting, or listening to classic rock on the drive to the river.
Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be a
good
banger.
one? You think so?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Anytime my beer tastes like biscuit malt backbone
I know. I
and
love a good backbone.
bready biscuit malt backbone. We are not experts. We are just guys who drink some beer, and every week we do Beer 30. Thanks to Shore Fishing and TFO Canada for making this happen. We're gonna try them, and we're gonna just give our rating of 1 to 5, and cheers.
Cheers.
We worked all day, we tied all night. Now pour it heavy, pour it right. No one's driving, no one's fast. We're just here to make it last. Raise it up, don't ask.
I mean, speaking of cheat codes. Oh, jeez.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, that is very refreshing.
Yeah, that is something else. I mean, the shop beer's like, it's not this.
No, it's good, but it's not that. Yeah, that is fantastic. It drinks a lot like a Pilsner, I think. Like very light and
Yeah, lager.
lager.
That spells trouble.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Where'd that can go?
put it up there, Tim.
Going into the top 3.
All right. It's not hard to rank a beer like this right near the top, but
Yep.
yeah, I'm going to give it my first 5 of the year.
Yep, double that up. First
Double
5 of
up.
the year.
First 10 out of 10. Round of clicks for 88 Brewing.
Nailed it.
Well done. If you do get a chance, go grab this beer because
It's great.
it's everything it says up on the screen.
Yeah.
Pure nostalgia. It's like fishing an old fiberglass rod with a click and paw reel. Simple,
Classics.
mechanical, and timeless.
That says it all.
We only have one.
No, shoot.
So
Except
be
the
kind, rewind, Tim. That should be a beer. Be kind, rewind.
I like that. Could do that.
The after, it's like gone from your mouth. It's fresh. What would it pair well with?
Everything.
Just everything. Just
Yeah.
like, you know, when you go meet a buddy for a beer at the bar and you just hammer one of these back and then you're 10, 12, 14 deep and then you walk home.
Taxi time.
Taxi time. Wow, that was good.
Yeah,
That was good.
Very good. Very good.
All right, that's beer 30. The first beer is so good that we have to drink it twice, so we're going to rank it again. But Tim says TJ Hooker, so well.
You know what that means.
Backcountryskins.com. Ladies and gentlemen, do you got your tights? Because we're men.
It's getting buggy with Dana.
Men in tights.
Down in the dark with a cold water run. for the dry fly sun. Wrapping up the lid, locking down the vise. We're throwing heavy stones and we ain't asking twice. The TJ Hookers. Timmy tie the fly.
Oh, yeah. But I do suggest that you stay for the Throbbing Chubby because nothing quite beats the Throbbing Chubby song that I got for you guys. So, TJ Hooker, Stonefly, what is this? This is Getting Buggy with Dana. What is Getting Buggy with Dana? Well, we just get buggy. I want to thanks and shout out our good friends at backcountryskins.com. If you haven't checked it out, well, you're probably still hating your life in waders. That's what I got to say about that. So check them out after the show because you don't want to be distracted right now. You want to stay super attentive to everything that I have to say to teach you about this magnificent nymph streamer nymph. A shrimp. Is it a shrimp? Do we call it a shrimp? Oh, we don't. We call it the Frankenfly, the heavyweight hybrid fly that can be what? Well, we're going to get into that. Where did it come from? Well, it's not some ancient 1800 British dry fly. This is a modern functional workhorse. That's right. Why is it a Frankenfly? Well, because the TJ Hooker is essentially the love child of a Pat's rubber leg or a girdle bug. Do you know what a girdle bug is? Sometimes they use it on the Missouri and they dead drift it and it's like a streamer, but it's a woolly bugger, but it's a Pat's rubber leg, but it's a girdle bug, but it's a TJ Hooker stonefly. So I don't know, guys, have you ever fished it? First of all, that's a good question. So yeah, we got all this, Pat's rubber leg in the front. We got this, it's not marabou, but like a marabou tail in the back. There it is. Super simple. It's heavy. It can get down to the bottom. It's tied on a jig nymph hook. So it rides upside down just like that. But it's a TJ Hooker stonefly. It is a really cool bug. A stonefly. We've talked about it a lot. We went through a lot last week with that. But the question with this is it a bug? Or is it meat? And the answer is yes, it is. It's both. So you can fish it on a dead drift, or you can twitch it, stream it, swing it. And the marabou tail, the tail on this fly, it will swim just like a woolly bugger. So, I mean, like Tim says in the quick tie, if you're tired of nymphing, just keep the same fly on and go for a little bit of a streamer fish. And I wrote there zertle anyone because do you know what a zertle bug is? It's very similar to kind of a Pat's rubber leg and a TJ Hooker stonefly and has a few subtle differences. And somehow it's just meant to look really buggy. Maybe the zertle bug's more of the crayfish. But yeah, sometimes they don't have to look like anything. You just have to know how to fish them. So how to fish it, I guess, is the question that you would ask. The technique, well, because it is both a stonefly and a bait fish, you could fish it a couple different ways. You could dead drift it under an indicator, run it through just like a standard nymph. You could also take off the indicator and you could tight line nymph it. Or, like I said right at the bottom, can't mend. Well, I've got a fly for you, my friend. And sometimes when you do fish a fly like this, you encourage not mending. Because that drag makes this fly swim a little bit. And sometimes we have tricks for people who don't mend or can't mend. No, that's not true. Everybody can mend. Some people just don't mend. They refuse to mend, and I don't think it's an ignorance thing. I think it's just they're not understanding what mending is doing. What is mending doing? It is taking away the manipulation of the fly line to your fly's setup. If you have an indicator, if we could just cut the fly line off, your fly would drift perfectly. But then you'd never be able to set the hook, you'd never be able to fight a fish, and well, that's kind of not fly fishing. Because there's a fly line attached, it manipulates or it has an influence on the rest of the stuff. So you have to read your currents and remove the manipulation by mending. All right, now you know. Darren, you'll be perfect. You'll be a perfect mender now that you know. But yeah, if you got a fly like this, you don't really need to mend because they could take it in 2 different kind of ways. So the jig hook advantage, well, if you tie a standard Pat's rubber leg heavy enough to get down into the deep, fast runs, such as the Bow River, you're probably going to snag the bottom and you're going to lose flies a lot. So, well, the jig hook advantage is yours on the TJ Hooker Stonefly, and that's exactly how we're going to tie this. I do encourage you to get a lot of your flies done this way because, I don't know, I've lost less flies and caught more fish. And so maybe that's a good thing or maybe that's a bad thing. It depends what you're trying to do out there. Do you like streamer fishing? Well, we've also got the fly for you, as we've already talked about ad nauseum, and I got nothing else to say, but I'm going to pass it over to Tim. Oh, where's your button, Tim?
You got to push my buttons. There we go.
There you go.
All right, the TJ Hooker. Well, thanks for that, Dan. That's some very good information. Yeah, this fly is a pretty simple tie, and I do think it's very versatile. And I like the fact that it can be fished as a streamer or as a nymph. Jig style, yeah, I'm with Dana. I am like, if I never probably had to see another non-jig nymph, and it's not because of the whole Euro style, blah, blah, blah. It's more just about keeping your flies from hooking the bottom. And when you do what we do, we lose a lot of flies when we try to go heavy and deep when the hook point is riding down. We have tied a few already this season with the jig hook. But this one, a little bit different, a little bit more complicated in a sense. It's a bigger fly. We just have to get in these floss legs, which can, I mean, if you ever tied a Jimmy legs, you know there can be a little bit of a finicky material to work with. But essentially, that's how the fly is going to ride. And so we're going to show you a few techniques to get, especially these front legs, when you tie them in, they want to point straight up. And that's kind of annoying, so I'll give you a little trick on how to get rid of that. And other than that, the materials are simple. We're just going to take you through this one. So let's go ahead. I'll pop this guy out of the vise. I will grab my next hook, and we will get started. So remember, when we place the bead on a jig hook, it actually is no different than a normal bead, a brass bead. We want to look for the smaller hole of the 2 holes, and it's actually 2 slots. We want to find the smaller one. That's the one that's going to go in the hook point first. And then I'll get this stuck in here, and then I'll explain to you the bead itself, how it should be oriented. So from here, if I pull this forward and my bead's sitting like that, you might almost be fooled and think that, hey, that looks pretty good. That must be how it's supposed to ride. But the bead should actually come down and encompass the hook eye itself. So all I need to do is rotate that 180 and let it slip down. So now the way it's sitting, there's more weight below the eye, and it's supposed to sit up just like that, sitting right down on the eye itself. So make sure it's oriented like that before you start tying. So let's go ahead, let's grab our thread. Like I said before, I'm using a UTC 70 in black. Something dark is perfect here, and size doesn't really matter as we have no real reason to worry about bulk here. So I'm gonna start my thread just behind the bead. And then I'm going to come in here and trim out my tag end. And the first thing we're going to do is work, on setting this bead into place. Because I don't want that bead moving around. I want to make sure that it stays right where it is. And there's a few tricks. You could put a little resin in there and cure it. But we also can just use our thread. So let's bring our thread right back against the bead. And you can see the bead's still kind of moving. But I'm just going to work my thread forward, work my thread back, forward and back, forward and back. And I'm going to work a little thread dam up against that bead so that it can't move. Okay, so now if I touch the bead, doesn't rotate at all, doesn't move. I know that it's locked in place. Okay, so then I'm going to take my thread a little bit further down. I'm going to take it all the way down to the hook point, or just past, and we're going to get to our first material. Now, you're going to see in your kit, you've got some of these grizzly barred feathers that look like this. And now what is this feather? Well, the material itself is quite similar to marabou, and you could use what they call woolly bug or marabou on this. You also could use standard marabou, but what this is actually the feather from the bottom underside of a cape, a grizzly cape. And a lot of people think that those feathers are just pointless, and they finish up a cape with all these nice hackles and they throw it out. But there's lots of purposes for these little fluffy feathers. Got a nice stiff stem. and works really good on a tail like this. We want to measure a tail that's roughly a full hook shank in length. So I'm just going to kind of squeeze it down to my fingers. Yeah, roughly a full hook shank in length. And then I'm going to transfer that measurement, even though my thread's not all the way back at the back of the bend, because I'm going to tie it in a little further up. But I make my measurement, I transfer that all the way to the back, so I have the full measurement of the overall hook shank. I'm going to switch my hands over. I'm going to take my first thread wrap right there. And the goal is that we're going to try to keep this right up on, well, what's actually the bottom of the hook shank, but the way we're tying it, it's on the top right now. So let's just kind of lift up on it. Now I want to take my thread all the way back to just before it's going to round off the edge. And I want that to essentially just point straight out the back. Okay, so once I've got that locked in, I can come up here and trim out the tag end of that feather. We're not, like I said, too worried about building up bulk in any one place because we're going to cover this all with some chenille. Just as long as it's locked in place. Then I'm going to take my thread all the way back up to behind the bead, or just behind the bead. Now in your kits, you're going to see you have these kind of minty green colored, this is actually what we call floss legs, okay? The exact same material that all Jimmy legs and stuff are tied with. Now, I've just folded that, you have a big long piece in there, I fold it in half, fold it in half, fold it in half, fold it in half, and just keep trimming down until I get these little pieces. The pieces we're actually gonna put in on the body are half the size that I'm gonna put in at the top here. Just these little tiny pieces. This one I just like to do a little differently. I actually like to fold this one over, and so I kind of have this little loop at the bottom. Now, these front legs never quite sit the way you want them to, so don't be frustrated by that. It just is what it is. We can kind of do some things to help with it, but they're always going to kind of want to point in two different directions. Okay, so as long as I try to keep the curve going the same way, I'm not too worried about it. Now, right where it is, these legs are going to be a little bit long, and that's fine because we can trim them. Just is leaving this longer so it makes it easier for the tie-in. I'm going to get a collecting wrap right there. And take a couple of thread wraps rearward over top. And then I'm just going to kind of come in here and work them around so they separate a little bit. Like I said, not going to be perfect, but they're separated. I'm going to take a couple more thread wraps here, and then I'm going to trim out the rest of that. Just like so. And then I'm just going to lock the butt section of that in. Okay. And now we have two more sets of legs to tie in. So if I show you this one again, right? We got two sets of legs that got to go in there. So I like to think of those kind of constituting the front 2/3 of the hook shank. I don't want to put any of them too far back near the tail, although it doesn't really matter for the fish probably, but for us when we tie them in, it's easier if we don't have to work too much around that hook point with the legs. So we're going to aim to try not to do that. So now I'm just going to grab my first one of the little tiny pieces of leg, and I want you to think of tying these in almost like how we would tie in dumbbell eyes. We're going to do cross wraps to make this happen. Actually, just before I do that, I'm going to take my thread a little further forward because I want to make sure I have this snugged up right against the bead. And what you're going to notice here is they're going to probably stick up quite vertical. So they're pointed what would be down when we fish this fly this way. I don't really want them to sit like that. I want them to kind of sit more flat out over top of the bead. So little trick, I'm gonna take some of my UV resin. You could use any UV resin here. I'm gonna use my Bone Dry by Solarez. And I'm just gonna clean off the brush most of the way. I'm gonna lift those guys up. I'm gonna put a little dab down into that slot and on the top of the bead, and then just a little bit up onto that rubber leg or that floss leg. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these forward and I'm going to actually cure them on top of the bead. So I'm going to try to separate them the best I can, lay them forward on the bead, and then cure. And this should help them point more straight out. Again, and it's an aesthetics thing. It's probably more for us than the fish, but it's actually a pretty effective way to do it with a little bit of resin. So now if you look at it, they kind of sit out perfectly level with the rest of the fly. Okay. All right, now we're gonna come back a little ways. I'm gonna give myself, I'm gonna say at least a full bead length. So if I measured that space of the bead, the overall width of the bead, I'm gonna leave that much space behind. I'm gonna come in and grab my first little tiny piece of floss. I'm gonna lay it kind of just across the hook shank. Okay. I'm gonna come up and get a cross wrap. Just one cross wrap. Now I'm going to hold on to that piece there, and I'm going to make the X happen in the other way as well, so it forms a full X. And then at this point, I can still wiggle it around, and I can even move it up and down the hook shank a little bit, so I can kind of place it right where I want it. So it looks something like that. And then I'm just going to repeat that X one more time. I should even still be able to maneuver it a little bit. But there, I just want them to basically come up perpendicular to the hook and nice and level. And this, you can still kind of maneuver them at this point, and it works pretty good. You could even put a little dab of resin on there once you get them set, and it would cure, and it definitely wouldn't move, but it shouldn't move around too much on you. And then I'm just gonna leave a little bit of space behind that. It's probably gonna end up right around the hook point. I'm gonna come and tie in this next one. Same thing, cross wrap. I actually have to get it on there. This is basically just enough space to get my chenille to come through when I come back the other way. Like I said, it's always a little harder when you're working around the actual hook point and those other legs. But same thing, I'm just gonna, once I get a full one on it, I'm just gonna make sure I got them separated, kind of the proper length, and I'm gonna do another X pattern. And then once we come through with our chenille, it's gonna splay those out quite nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna tighten that down. Now it looks like my legs are really close together right now, but you're gonna see how they splay once we get our next material in. I'm gonna move my thread all the way back to about halfway down that hook point, where I'm gonna tie in my next material. And our next material is gonna be, we have two different colors. Where are they here? Two different colors of this chenille. Okay, we got this peach color and this black color. We're gonna teach you how to make your own coffee colored or coffee variegated chenille. So I'm just gonna kind of line up the tips on these two guys. I'm gonna come in here and just squeeze off a little bit of the material to expose that inner rope. And then that little rope is what we're gonna tie in, and we're gonna tie them in together at the same time. I'm gonna come in right here, make sure I get those little core of that material locked in, take some thread wraps back over top of it. Now I want to be careful here because I do want to take it all the way back. Make sure you don't nick your thread and break it, but I want to take it all the way back against where I tied that feather back to. And then I'm slowly going to cover up the butts of it and just maneuver my way through the legs that I tied in all the way back to just behind the bead. Now I am going to put a little half hitch in here, so just a little overhand knot, my little save button. And I can set my bobbin aside so it's out of the way. And now we're gonna work on building this chenille here and then wrapping it forward. So how I'm gonna get this to look like, you know, that kind of switching color, I'm not wrapping one at a time. We're just gonna go and spin with my fingers. I'm just spinning and roping up this material together, the two of them. And we wanna spin it pretty tight. As you can see, it's gonna start to, you know, alternate colors here. I like to get it pretty tight, something like this, and then I'm just gonna start wrapping. I gotta basically just palmer this all the way forward. Don't let go of the ends because it'll all come undone. We're just gonna go one wrap in front of the other, all the way up until we're just behind that first set of legs. And then I need to pull those legs back out of the way and sneak in between them. You kind of got to maneuver them around a bit. Make sure you get one full wrap between the legs before you advance them forward. And then I'm going to take that wrap in front of the legs, the second set of legs, and then all the way up to just behind the bead. And I'm going to pull up vertical on that once I've got a full wrap right behind the bead. And I'm going to come in here and make sure I get a nice locking thread wrap behind and in front, and behind, and in front. Remember, anytime we're locking off a material, we want to be really sure before we trim it out. So that's why I kind of repeat that process, behind in front, and I can trim out that material. Set it aside for your next one, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my whip finish tool and do a whip finish right here. Do a 3 or 4 turn whip finish. I'm going to do it twice, and then I'm going to add a little bit of resin here. Make Make sure that's seated down nicely. Hold on to that bead, pull down on that thread. Make sure it's locked. Okay, trim our thread out. Now I'm gonna grab just a little dab of resin. I'm gonna use my bone dry again. I'm gonna set it right in here and just give it a few seconds to truly seep down into those threads before I cure it. And then we just gotta do a little bit of trimming and we'll be in pretty good shape here. There we go, give that a cure. There's our girl Rosina. Give her the spotlight. Very good, very good. Love it. Okay, now all we have left to do is to trim our legs. Okay, so we got our paired legs, however they ended up sitting. I'm not too critical on length here, but I try to, kind of compare the distance of the hook shank that the chenille's on, so that kind of length-ish. I do go a little shorter on the front two, making sure they're paired up, okay? And then the side ones, you really just gotta choose. I think I like them, like I said, to be about that hook shank, long in length. But as long as they're matched up in the same length, I think you're in good shape no matter what. Just like this. And there they go. You don't always control kind of the angle, how your legs might sit, 'cause the floss isn't...
But can fish count?
They can count. They need that many legs.
The Pat's rubber leg has even one more set. And do you or don't you tie?
I do. I cannot.
I don't.
You don't.
I gave up. I was like, you're getting 2 sets of legs, not 3, because...
Not 3. Well, they're technically getting their butt and their head.
Yeah,
and
I like
sets.
the antenna and they got a lot of legs. That's why it works, because there's a lot of legs in there.
But I do like this. I think there's a lot of movement in that back end, which is an attractive feature of this.
Yeah, it's an attractive feature in a lot of things.
Yeah, I like it.
Great tie, Tim. All
right, guys.
Obviously, that's tied on a, what we say, 10?
That's a 10, yeah.
Yeah, so you can make it bigger, but don't forget the fact that that's on us. Here, let's talk about hook size. A size 10 isn't a size 10 straight across the board.
No.
Right? Because why? Well, you got a tail there. So that could be, if you were dead drifting, it appear to be like a size 4.
I would say each size of hook is dependent on the pattern, because some patterns are different than others.
Yeah. And then some hooks are 1XL, 2XL, 4XL. So,
Prime example.
Yeah.
That's like a size 2 hook, but that's 4XL long. So super long hook shank.
Yeah, and sometimes you need them long because you got lots of bug that you're building on the hook. Here, or like when we do the club sandwich hopper, it could be a size 10, but it's an extended body, and then it kind of looks like it's a size 6, right?
Yeah, it's actually wild how big the bug looks on such a small hook.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a hard thing to guess the sizes of things and understand. Man, I still like get flies. I'm like, oh, it's a 16 or 14. Mm-hmm. Or I just say that's the right size that I want. And sometimes I'll just dig in my fly box and I'm like, yeah, that feels about the right size for what's happening. So my point of it is to leave you with it is don't get hung up in they're fishing a size 4 Copper John or a size 4 Chubby Chernobyl or a size 4 whatever. Get more hung up in knowing the sizes that you like, and when you're comfortable with them, like I said, fish can't count, and they also can't sit there and be like, it's a size 18, bud.
Can't eat it.
I've been watching size 16s all day, and that one that's a too small one. So again, fly fishermen often overthink things, and they often underthink things.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things when it comes to that is just be aware and look around you. Look at what you see on the water, and make your decisions based off of what you're seeing around you. If you're seeing a big size 12 caddis, then I suggest you go with a big one. Don't put on a size 18.
Yeah.
And then some of it, for those of us who get to spend a lot of time in the water, is simply confidence. I know when I put a nymph on, I'm probably going to start with a size 14 because
Yeah.
it's a very general size. We call it catch a lot of fish on it. And maybe sometimes you're seeing some smaller bugs like midges or blue wings. Then, okay, maybe I go down to a 16 or an 18.
And then sometimes it just feels too big. Like you get out of your fly box and you're like,
That size 12 looks like it's a 2.
Yeah, well, when we get into size 16 nymphs, later in the summer, you see a 14 in the same box, and you're just like, yeah, it's massive and
huge.
And you go to put it on, and you're like, there's no way that's gonna work. It is so big, it's gonna get caught on the bottom. It just gets in your head. So don't get all weird about the size. Is that what I'm getting at?
Yeah, size does and doesn't matter.
It does. It's just like the confusion is it's based off of a hook size. So you can get caught up and lost in that. Look at us. Look at our outfits. Someone said you look like Hulk Hogan.
I wish.
Pinky finger. and then Struther said when he was 12, maybe.
Very nice.
Maybe it's your creatine you've been taking.
2 days, baby.
2 days. It's going to be a fun ride tomorrow, cramping up and the Bridget Joan Diaries.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got a bad joke Doug here, and he says...
What did the peach say to his barber?
Yeah, peach.
Come on, guys,
something with
get
peach
this.
fuzz.
It is something to do with peach fuzz. What did the peach say to his barber? Can you buzz my fuzz?
That makes too much sense.
I know. It's going to be something obscure.
For Doug. For Doug's jokes, they don't make sense.
Once in a while.
All right. I think it's you finished that. You want a bean boozle or do you want another beer?
Well, you got
Mr. Who's Mr. Jenny?
Where? What?
Someone said I look like Mr. Jenny. I'm gonna have to look that up. I look like from the Shriners. Are these beads coming off of me?
I think you need to properly orientate your hat though. Like right now, it's looking more like a shower cap. You need to like do the little side. What did you call it? Yeah, it's like a fedora.
No, I look like Smurfs.
Yeah, it's good. No, you look. You know what you look like? You look like the guy off those two guys who try to prove like MythBusters. You know what I'm talking about? No, it's worse.
Is that Mr. Jenny?
I was gonna call it a hairnet.
Maybe that's Mr. Maybe. Yeah. Oh well, given that said, you might as well take you into.
Come on. Okay, I'm gonna win today, guys. 0 for 6 isn't happening. Or am I already 0 for 6?
I don't know.
0 for 6.
I don't know, but this is the
Not
moment
afraid.
Dave Rutherford has been looking forward to.
No, they said Jeff says you look like Miss Cleo.
Take the risk.
Okay,
Okay.
Or is it
Jamie. See, I think Mr. Jenny.
He wants a fuzz cut. It is just as bad as I thought.
It is a fuzz cut. So,
berry?
all right, Tim. Time to see.
Okay, I'm choosing a blue one because if it's bad, it's
No,
only toothpaste.
no.
Come on.
1, 2, chew.
Are you giving me just something to choose from? Why do I always get the bad color ones? What is it, Band-Aid? I feel like that's a trick. This is the one. I'm breaking the curse.
All right, folks. The choice that we have here in Bean Boozled 2026, the game that Tim wrecked, was this one.
Is this the Band-Aid?
No, it's peach or barf.
Oh, this was last week, wasn't it?
Was it?
I don't remember. I think it was. You'll know. There's no doubt. You'll know.
Game over.
You ready?
I don't know. I'm not sure my hat's fitting better right now.
I feel like you got to do the squish test.
All right, it's peach or barf, folks. Put it in there. What do you think?
I can already smell it. I pinched it. I lost already.
No, you can't cheat. You
I
gotta
can't.
do it on the count of 3.
Oh,
all
I'm
right,
gonna
peach
spit
or
it out.
barf. Peach or barf. You gotta like chew it at least.
I'll chew it once.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Peach or barf. Put it in.
It's the same one as last week. Is you got peach?
tasty,
You're kidding me.
or is it sick?
I've been practicing all day. I told you, in the back alley eating dog poo. Straight face.
Peach or Luke
Oh, Tim.
Oh for 7.
or Barney, Cocoa
I'm going blue next time.
or
I need toothpaste at the worst.
one.
This game sucks. There's no way that I can lose every single time. We
I
need
don't
a
know.
beer.
It's really good actually. Like peach is actually my favorite.
I'm gonna be so mad at you if you just are eating through this
I
terrible
am.
ones and
I
just
could.
fooling me.
Am I eating through them, guys, or am I just that lucky? Okay. I think the truth is,
Oh for
see,
7.
everyone's.
Yeah.
Who, Joel says, "Who's it gonna bean?" he's punny.
That one doesn't come off the taste buds.
No, see, Harry Tat said you had dead fish last week.
Dead fish. It will a very similar smell. You smelled the one last week.
Last week was bad. This one, it didn't. I couldn't because I was busy eating peach.
It smells like rotten crotch.
Just eat it.
No, I'm not
Fight-
eating it. I put it in my
Fight
mouth.
through it,
No.
guys. Should Tim
No.
fight through this or not?
I can't find it. It's deep in the garbage.
No, I'll just pull out another orange
got
one.
hair.
It's guaranteed to be it.
It's true.
We don't have to find that one.
Uh,
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't
I'm
know.
picking my own.
Am I? Well, you did pick your
well,
own.
yeah, but you
I
could have
just-
picked out all the bad ones and put them in your hand.
And I took one out of it.
There's probably a cheat in there, though. You know.
The
I don't know.
The cheat code is, I'm just good. I can fight through the battle of the Bean Boozled. Well, folks, will I go undefeated this year in Bean Boozled? we don't know, but there's only one way to find out. We got 3 more episodes left, 3 more Bean Boozled. Chances for Tim to go 0 for 10.
Unreal. Unbelievable. It's puke.
Peach or puke?
It's puke.
Peach or puke?
Ugh.
All right,
Yeah,
Bean Boozled.
Darren, I've suffered enough.
I gotta have a scorecard up here that says Dana 7-0, Tim 0 for 7. I just thought maybe one time we'd both get a crappy one, but
I hope you do.
not the case. Well, anyways, let's head over and try out our last beer before we get ready. What kind of thread do you want them to put in while they're watching us try a beer?
Great question. So for this next one here, we're tying with foam. So we're gonna go a little thicker. We're gonna go with. I'm gonna use a 140 or use a 6-aught. 8-aught wouldn't be terrible, but still. But yeah, I'm gonna use an olive colored UTC 140, something a little thicker.
See, now you got Travis thinking I'm picking him for you when I'm actually not. Well, we could put that to bed, Travis. He's chosen his own. All right. Let's put this one on the screen. Beer number 2. I also have a feeling, Tim, this is going to be an absolute banger.
Yeah, we might bump one off my top 3.
Yep.
Okay. Easy Tiger, the soft hackle. This is from Superflux Beer Company in Vancouver, BC. This is a hazy pale ale, an ABV of 4.5%. The vibe of this beer, don't let the low ABV fool you. This has teeth. Superflux is famous for their IPAs, and they treated this little beer with the same respect. It's low impact but high performance. The Hatch Hazy Pale Ale, it uses a wheat base with a fluffy mouthfeel and is dry hopped with Citra and Vic Secret Australian hops. On the palate, it pours hazy pale orange. You get massive notes of guava, orange zest, and fresh cut grass. Okay.
The grass might be an issue.
Yeah, the grass, I don't know. It finishes dry but soft. It's juicy without being heavy. This is best paired with sneaking up on a spooky fish in skinny water. It's delicate, precious, and gets the job done without making a splash. Get an S.
Superflux. Here we go. Superflux. Nobody gives a flux. I think we're in for a good one here, Tim.
You think?
When I have a feeling, I have a feeling.
Okay.
Just like I have a feeling Darren's going to be a great listener on the boat.
I hope he's terrible. Darren, even if you're not, be terrible.
Just be terrible. Just do it. Well, we have an exit strategy.
My suggestion is the more false cast, the better.
Yep, that's what Tim's talking about. You'll be a Tim client next year. All right, let's try it out, Tim.
Try it out.
Make it last. Raise it up, don't ask why.
Cheers.
Let it foam, let it fly. If the clock says maybe not, we say speed 30.
Stay with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
stay
stay
with
with
it. We need it. We need about another 30 seconds. Forgot to thank Shore Fishing and TFO Canada for making this happen. It's definitely an IPA.
Friend or two for the lies we tell.
HPA.
For the fish we love.
Hazy Pale Ale, yeah.
We'll swear we're this big, right?
I mean, it could be the puke talking, but there is a hint of grass.
Let it foam, let it fly. If the clock says maybe not, we say it's beer 30. Beer 30. Pour it slow and pour it early.
What do you think?
Beer 30. Pour it slow and pour it early.
Yep. Double that up.
What's getting me is the where is it there? The
The grass.
fresh cut grass.
I'm telling you, I can taste it. Maybe it's just in my head, but I can taste grass.
I can taste grass too.
What a thing to put on your can.
Yeah. Well, that's what hops are, is bitter. So what are you giving her?
A 3. No
right.
more. It's not bad. It's pretty light on the aftertaste, but
But that grass is
the grass hits not at the end. It's like in the tail out, but
right,
not.
it's right here.
You're chewing your cud?
Wherever I'm at the drinking stage, it's here.
It's right. It's right here.
All right, Darren gave it a
Yeah.
solid 4. He liked it better than the 88.
What, he really? Oh, the 88 was
Steve
like,
00 says that next week I should get 2 and you get 1.
yeah, 2 for yeah.
I'm gonna mail Steve 00 a punch in the nuts.
You know why?
Open this box, Steve 00.
It's just a little person in there waiting for him. Perfect height.
Alec.
Yeah. Just a little person named Alec.
Oh, just slaps you in the bean. He bean boozles you.
Take you for a good soak.
I mean, like, as beers go, like, it's all good. Like, it's good. It's just that grass touch at the end is won't go away.
No.
Won't go away. Now it's starting to smell like somebody just mowed the lawn.
Fresh cut grass.
Fresh cut grass in March.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I might have overranked it the more I drink it, but yeah. That first one, banger. This one, not so much.
Yep. 2.5. It is the grass is becoming real right now.
Who wants grass in their beer? It's a weird thing.
Yeah. It was all good until the fresh cut grass.
The orange zest was great, and then it just straight to the grass.
I don't even know what kind of food would make this go away. But yeah, I'm kind of moving down.
Yeah, can you keep I might go one lower than you.
That's all right.
There we go.
We were right. It is a 3.
Yeah, it is a 3. Combined.
Just combined. Oh, the grass won't leave.
Yeah.
Steve-O, he'll let his kid open the box. So kind.
So kind.
Yeah. Darren didn't taste the grass.
Dude, it's only grass.
Yeah.
How much did you sip?
Well, if you're like Ritzko and you got a similar looking can but the wrong beer, well, then maybe that's the case.
This is almost up there with the nail polish.
Yep.
Yeah. A very distinct flavor. Well, can fix that with a Throbbing Chub.
I've been waiting for this moment all night, and I know Dave loves when I just love my music, and I love my music.
And I've seen so many comments tonight about your music. People
Have
are very
you?
happy. Yeah, they're all like, this music is great.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
But do you care? Do you care? Stop.
No,
Keep going.
Maybe grass-fed beef would make this go away.
Yeah. Who said that?
Travis, grass-fed beef would make taste go away.
No, that's weird.
What should happen to the couch to read?
Dave said this would sell out. Well, obviously in Red Deer, they love fresh cut grass beer.
It's crazy. I don't understand people's palates. I think they try to torture themselves.
And I love a hoppy beer, but the green grass grows all around and around.
So much grass.
Okay, guys, I need you to truly do this with me right now. I'm going to take you over here. Man, I do not like the zoomed in. This hat gets worse. I might have to change it.
Nope.
I might have to change it. I've been waiting all night to announce for you, my friends, the Throbbing Chubby. And the song, you are all going to want this song. I know it. And here it is. I only get one time to play it, okay? Tim's not going to let me play it twice.
Yeah, you can.
It's 8:38, dude. We're tying the Chubby, and we're ahead of schedule. Hopefully, Mom's still awake. And I always forget, like your mom's watching, my mom's actually here, and here we are, the Throbbing Chubby. Yeah, hot diggity darn. I'll let the words speak for themselves.
Yeah. We've all been that, boys. Water gets a little rough. Your phone gets a little soft. But tonight we got the cure. We're tying the throbbing chubby. Thick foam and lots of it. Riding high, proud, and it full of tension all day long. And the best part? We won't need a single drop of fly, girl.
No.
To get this fly to stay out. Dana, show 'em how to keep it up.
All right, don't mind if I do. I've always wanted to show a group of men how to keep it up, and okay, I think I outdid myself there, Tim.
That's so good.
I was so excited for this moment to show you guys a little bit of a Marvin Gaye vibe. The Throbbing Chubby, man, it's so full of foam and other things that. Well, just like it said, you won't need Flyingo, but I do suggest that you do use Flyingo because nobody likes the moment when they don't expect it to not stay up. You know what I mean? And it won't stay up. So, grab some Flyingo. We have some on the desk. Tim can show you that. Probably our favorite stuff to use. You can also use it like as a pre-float. And so when you tie your fly, what some people do is they'll dunk it in like just after they tie it, and then they'll just hang them off to dry. And I don't do that. I just use it right before I slap it on the water. Speaking of slapping it, see, Harry Tats thinks that song was actually just me on the guitar and singing. So I mean, I've won. I'm a full-on artist, Timmy. So the Throbbing Chubby, guys, it's not new. It's a Chubby. It's a Chubby Chernobyl, and this version of it's throbbing because it's just got more foam. It's got more Antron. It's got more dubbing. A unique style of dubbing that we're going to be using on this fly. And I've also seen it tied with a multiple sets of legs, like doubling up the legs. See what you can see right there for the photo? Doubling up the legs. So if you want to get crazy, you could try it. You'll probably run out of legs in your kit. But if you got extra legs kicking around, Tim can show you how to just slap in some extra legs there and make this thing just big and throbbing and chubby and magical. But the fly's not for every fish, and it's not for every time you're on the river. I'll explain that shortly, so don't leave anywhere. So, like I just said, we're just trying to make this thing float bigger and faster and higher and stronger. Maybe you can hold a couple TJ hooker stoneflies underneath of it because there's so much buoyancy on this fly. So once again, what is it? A stonefly, a dropper. You could fish it as either or. You could change the color patterns up. As far as stoneflies go, you could put it in your favorite salmon fly, your golden stoneflies. You could do it a little bit smaller and fish it as squallas, the green ones. Kind of change the colors, do what you want. Or you could just get a little crazy and do it in purples and pinks. Fish it as a hopper. Just an attractor pattern is basically what this thing is. And it will hang on to your heaviest of nymphs. The giant polywing, the polyyarn wing that you're going to tie on, it's the fluttering, oversized wings of a golden stone or salmon fly struggling to take flight. Like we talked about last week, put in the comments, do the males fly or do the females fly? Because I want to know, were you in class last week? Because we did talk about this. So from underneath, the big, thick, segmented body looks like a massive, helpless terrestrial stonefly that just fell into the river where they're literally helpless. But between the male and the female, one of them has a better chance of getting out of the water because they can fly. And so might got a little better chance. Not that they can really take off the water, but they got a better chance. And now, if you understand who's bigger, the male or the female, put it in the comments because I want to know, have you been paying attention or am I just wasting my time here? But I got a really cool diagram for you guys that I built. It's not right now. It's coming up soon. Like I said, the hopper dropper, banks, seams, heavy pocket water. This one isn't about your dry fly presentation. It's about a splat, the dinner bell as we call it. Another trick I'll give you on this is try a 7-foot leader, a shorter leader, a 2X leader. Because why? Because you're not trying to be like leader shy. You're not trying to be subtle in your presentation. It's about getting this fly to turn over. Okay. So with a longer leader, well, there comes a problem of a fly that's this heavy and the resistance through the wind, the aerodynamics. And then if you got a dropper on it, sometimes it's really hard to turn over. And why does that matter, you ask? Well, if you are pounding the banks and you can't turn it over, what Tim was talking about, all these false casts, is what happens, especially out of a drift boat, is you try to get it to the bank and it falls short. So what do? You think you don't have enough gusto on it and you pick it up and you punch it again, or you false cast a couple times, and then where do you end up? Yeah, that's right. Right beside Mr. Sather in the trees. And that's not where you want to be. And what happened was the fly just didn't turn over, so the leader didn't fully extend. So giving it a little more backbone with like a 7-foot leader and a 2X. I mean, obviously there's condition specific, but that's how I fish this. I don't fish it on a 3 or a 4X 9-foot leader. Yeah, you just can't get it to turn over consistently, and you do want it to turn over consistently because that's how you get accuracy and you get consistently in the spot that you want. You give it that punch and that pop, and that turns this fly over. So if you are having those troubles where you're just not hitting the same spot twice, and you're always short or you're always long, check your leader length. Maybe that's something that'll help you guys out on your next time fishing a big thing. So this here, I highly suggest that you screenshot this because this is your... I know I have a Dana's pro tip coming up, but I could just shut the show down right now after this tip. A big giant fly. So here we have nocturnal stoneflies. Okay, so they hatch overnight. I've talked about this before. You could head out and you could watch them hatch on a rock in the middle of the night. They're starting to come back to the water at or before first light. So what we like to try to do is go out there. We kind of got a high moon around that time of this hatch and target these fish in the dark, right? dark first light. And I can tell you, if you ever get to experience it, it's nothing more magical than a big fly like this and big eats in sub sunlight, meaning no sunlight or very little light going on. It's really cool. It's magical. It's hard to get up. You're tired. You didn't get your morning coffee. But yeah, plan that the night ahead. Make sure you try this once in your life. And now this tip here that I've just showed you is on the left side of this is high sun midday. Okay, you can see that the fly on the left has a huge shadow, and it's intimidating. And it's the profile is too big. Okay, it's too tall because it's also casting a shadow that way. And so what I would suggest is fishing this like the right side of the image shows in the low light. So you got an overcast kind of drizzly day. Well, that's overcast. You're going to have soft shadows or no shadows. I mean, chuck the big fly if you want. But on a typical day, on the left side of this, you're fishing these big ones in the morning because trust me, you won't see... well, I'll get Tim to show you one of these flies that we call the Troy's fly. And just it's a fly profile like that that's really good when the sun starts to come up. You get that low profile, you keep going on your eats, but I'm telling you, you're gonna want a big fly like this, Throbbing Chubby, first low light morning. It helps you. It helps the fish. You want that big profile. But if you stop getting eats or things change, go a little smaller and make sure your profile is low. The trick about that is it is hard to see it, but I mean, fish the big one and you don't get any eats. So you choose your hard, kid. Pretty much just gave you my Dana's pro tips. Big poly yarn wings if you want. Some people are afraid the fish are going to see them, but these flies, these bugs have big wings on them. So don't worry about that part. I know there's a color pattern that I like to fish. It has black foam and it has big white poly yarn and they're huge. And those really help in the low light, especially the white, because any kind of white light out there really reflects off of that. And it helps to see. Anyways, hope that helped. Hope you're getting, when I'm trying to tell you more about stoneflies, we've already kind of said it all. I just want you to take that away about the light and the profile. Now, if you're down in the mountains, cutthroat, profile, I don't think they care. I don't think they just want to eat. But some of these more highly pressured trout and tailwaters that have food all year long, that's why the bow's a really tough fishery, is because they don't need to eat your fly, right? You go into the cutty world and they have a very short window to feed. Typically ice off is, June till October and it's back. So they got a short window. They don't get to be selective. They just got to kind of try everything. But on the bigger tailwater rivers, they've seen it all and they get really picky. So, but that's why it's fun to catch them on the bow. That's all I got. That's me. That's you. That's getting buggy for the, what are we, 18 time? 18th time. Peace out, kids.
All right, guys. Well, let's tackle this Throbbing Chubby. But first, let's talk a little bit the floating that Dana was talking about. Okay? Flyagra. If you haven't tried this before, there is a warning here about your fly staying up for more than 4 hours. You do need to consult your local fly shop. But this stuff is magic. It is a pre-treatment. But I would say probably of all time, my favorite floatant. There are other ones that are more applicable on certain flies, but overall, that one's a beauty. So if you haven't tried it, try it. It's great. And yeah, it's a super effective way to keep your fly up for a long time. Just requires you to dunk it first, dry it off in the air, and then get fishing it. Okay, so the Throbbing Chubby. What's different? Why is this not just a Chubby Chernobyl? Well, a couple of reasons. Reason number one is we're doubling the foam. The whole premise of this fly is staying up high, riding high with a big profile. Like Dana said, Those certain times of day we want to fish these little bit bigger bugs and a little bit bigger profiles. In a moment here, I'll show you the Troy's fly that we're talking about, which is a much lower profile, and what the difference looks like and why it matters. So here you can obviously see from the underside what the fish sees. Okay, big foam, you know, big legs, a sneak peek of the wing, which isn't a bad thing. Now come over into more midday fishing and you have the Troy's fly. Okay, little different style. Thinner foam, no wing to shine past, okay? Lower profile. Doesn't mean it's gonna ride all that different in that this should sit a little lower in the water than this guy will, because this is a wider piece of foam holding it up. But if you look at the side profiles of the two, you're like, well, they're both just two pieces of foam, but they're not gonna ride the same. The width of the foam makes a big difference as well. And also having a little bit of hackle on under this one is just, it changes the way the profile sits on the water. So high profile, low profile, it depends on the time of day. But this is our fly for now. This is what we're tying up, okay, the Throbbing Chubby. Not a super difficult pattern, tied very similarly as we would tie a Chubby Chernobyl, with a few little twists. And one of the twists is the dubbing that we're using. Now, if you're looking at the underside and you're like, well, that looks identical to the wing. It's because it is. That's what we're using. We're using a poly wing material that we're gonna make a dubbing noodle out of and use. It's a even more floatable material than dubbing is. It also accepts floating differently than dubbing does. So just a very high riding, big profile fly. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's pop this guy out of the vise. Let's get our next hook placed in the vise. And we will get started on this pattern. So like I said, I'm gonna be tying with some UTC 140, and I've chosen to do that with olive. Just gives a tiny bit of contrast on the underside of the fly, but you really don't see your thread all that much if you're doing this properly. I'm gonna start just behind the eye of the hook with my thread. I start taking a few thread wraps back before I come in and trib out my tag end. Set that aside. And now I'm just gonna quickly whip an entire hook shank in thread here, all the way back to the bend. And I'm gonna edge kind of just on leaning over the backside of that hook bend. And this is where it's all gonna start. We're gonna start by grabbing, so in your kit, you're gonna see you have these longer strands of this poly wing. That's going to be what we're going to use for the wing. Now you're also gonna have this material that's identical, same exact material, but it's cut down into shorter strands. And this is what we're gonna use to dub on to our thread. So you see if I pull it apart, how short the fibers are, okay? So we are gonna start right at the back here with just a little pinch of that dubbing, nothing too crazy. Again, remember, we're gonna lay this on our thread. I'm gonna take my thumb and my pointer finger, once it's laid against my thread, to just spin it. Yes, in one direction, because I know I'll be asked. That's what makes you beautiful. Just like that, to make a short dubbing noodle. Now you can't really do a shorter one than that, because that's how long the fibers are. That's what it is, so don't worry about it. We're gonna come in here and start wrapping. We're gonna basically put down a little layer of this dubbing material for our foam to sit on. And I'm gonna work this forward basically till I run out of it. And then I'm gonna wrap my thread back over top until I get my thread right to where the barb sits. So if I leave this laying down, I'm essentially right at the barb. Now, if you got any of these long strands hanging out, those ones are a bit extreme, so I am gonna take those out real quick, but I'll show you what I do with the rest of them later and why I like this material for this fly. Now we're gonna come in and grab our foam. We got 2 slices of foam here in your kit. Okay, this is just 2 mil foam, one's tan, one's black. We want the tan to be on the bottom side. We're gonna tie the black in on top. So let's first just grab that tan foam. I'm gonna come in here on the back of the fly, and I'm just gonna trim a shallow angled point. Not really a point, but kind of sort of. Okay, just a shallow angle, taking a little nip off either side. Now I'm gonna lay this down up on top here, and I'm gonna, how I like gauge how far back I'm gonna put it is if I turn it sideways, you see where I started my cut towards the back of the fly, but I started up the foam. That's what I want to match the back of my hook bend. Okay, so when I tip it up, it's here. We don't want to be way back here. We want to match that up pretty closely as we can. Try to center that foam right on the hook shank. I'm gonna just take a couple of thread wraps, not pulling any tension at all. Work around my hook bend. A couple of thread wraps. right over centered there. Now, each time we tie in this foam, we're going to then get a couple thread wraps, come in with my fingers, and you're not gonna be able to see because I'm gonna pinch down here, but I'm gonna pinch on that foam and pull down on my thread. Okay, so that's tightening it down onto the hook shank. Then I'm gonna take a couple more thread wraps and cinch down. So what I'm left with is just that first tie-in point, like so, okay? Now I am gonna trim this foam because it's super long, it goes way out of camera view here. I'm just gonna cut it off, you know, leaving myself a 1/4 of an inch out the front of the fly. That should be all I need. Now I'm gonna come over here to my black foam. I'm gonna do the exact same thing as I did on the last piece. Just cut a shallow angled point on it, like so. And I'm gonna lay that right on top, and I'm gonna repeat that process. This fly is all about repetition. We basically have 2 tie-in spots, and on each tie-in spot, we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna go 1 wrap, 2 wrap, pinch the foam, pull tight, and then I'm gonna add 2 additional wraps. Okay, so now this is what I'm left with. Okay, 2 stacked pieces of foam. I'm gonna come and trim this black foam to the same length as that tan foam. Just straight cut. Okay. Now at each of these spots, we have a couple things to put in. We need to put in our wing, and we also need to put in our legs. So I've tied quite a few flies out of this long strand already. So I basically have enough here to do 1 more fly. You want roughly 2 inches of wing. So roughly that kind of length of wing, because we are gonna want some length that we can then trim down. So I'm just gonna cut this in half. I don't use quite the full volume. So I pulled out kind of a thin strand. So like I pulled out about that much off that original bunch just because it's a little bit too much. I'm gonna find that midway point in that piece that I cut, and I'm gonna lay that down right on top. Another 2 wraps. 1, 2, I want it to be centered right in the middle of the foam. Okay, so I'm left something like that. I can still pull it back and forth, making sure that those 2 ends are fairly even, and then I can pull some tension down. Pull them rearward, add a wrap in front. Okay, now we're gonna go off to our legs. Now these are the legs you have here in your kit. Look something like this. Just go ahead and grab 2 of them. Now, like Dana said, this fly can be tied with double legs. You don't have to do 2 sets. You don't have enough in your kit to do 2 sets if you're gonna tie all 5 of the flies, okay? So I'm just gonna do 1 set. So I'm just gonna come in here, kind of lay them, try to find that midway point. Again, I'm gonna do 2 wraps, just lay them down here, and then I'm gonna pull 1 set of legs towards the near side of the fly. And I'm gonna pull the other 2 set of legs to the other side of the fly. And I wanna try to get them so that they're fairly even and hopefully sitting right in between the tan and black foam. That's kind of the goal. So you might have to maneuver them a little bit to get that to happen. But once you got that, then we can pull a little bit of tension on our thread. Again, I'm gonna pull this wing rearward, do another wrap to secure those legs. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more of that dubbing material here. So I'm gonna go ahead, grab just a little tiny pinch of that material. And this is just to hold that wing rearward and also to splay the legs. Another little dubbing noodle here. Try to keep our legs out of it, not let them get trapped. And now when I wrap this, I want to go between the legs and in front of my wing. And I'm just going to basically use up that little bit of dubbing right there. Okay, so that's going to cause my wing to go slightly rearward as well as splay those legs out in that next nice X shape. Okay, now I can lift everything up and I can advance my thread to just in front of my foam. And now I'm basically going to dub my way all the way up to just behind the eye. So again, I'm gonna make another dubbing noodle. So I'm gonna grab a little bit more material this time because we've got more to cover on the hook shank. And there doesn't have to be any specific taper here, and there's no real answer to how much you put on. It can be as thick as you want or as thin as you want. This is just the under contrasting color. It also helps, like I said, with the floatability of this fly. So once I get here, I'm gonna start by just getting a good basis of this material wrapped on and just start working my way forward. I'm trying to just kind of keep it generally as even as possible, not going for any real taper here or anything like that. Gonna need to grab a little more. I want this to take me all the way up to just behind the eye of the hook. So just keep adding it as you need it. Oh, so close. Just take a smidge more. Add just a little bit more to this one. And I want to leave myself just a smidge of space just behind the eye of the hook. So I'm going to end my thread right there. Okay, now what we can do is right away we're going to fold both pieces of this foam forward. And this time we're going to tie them in together. So that same sequence we did before. 2 wraps. Grab the foam, pull down and pinch. Now don't over pull it because we don't want to cut through the foam, but we do want that foam to get nice and locked together and locked on the hook shank itself. Okay? Now pretty much anytime you tie any type of Chernobyl, it looks like this. You look like a bad hair day pretty much through the entire process of the fly until the end. So don't be concerned about that. Now let's come in here, tie in our other portion of wing. So same as we did in the back, just gonna find that halfway mark on it. Couple thread wraps, pull it tight, make sure it's even. I'm gonna do maybe 2 more wraps in between it before I pull it rearward and do a couple of wraps in front of it. Now let's go ahead, we're gonna reach over for another set of our legs. Grab 2 more off there and we're gonna put those in exactly how we did the last 2. We'll tie them in and then pull them to their respective sides. I'll just trim them off that little patch. Make sure you're kind of finding that midway point. Just a couple of light wraps and let the bobbin hang, and that bobbin's pressure pulling down on the thread is enough to hold them in and allow you to pull them around. So up and over to the far side. Make sure the near side is set. Get those guys there, good. And now I'm gonna add a few more wraps here just to make sure those legs are locked in. Pulling that wing rearward. And then we're gonna use another little piece of dubbing to splay those legs again and help that wing go rearward. So let's make one more little dubbing noodle. That should help form the wing into the shape we want, as well as splay those legs for us. Make sure that's nice and tightly roped. Pull that wing rearward. Make sure you're separating the legs when you do this. And some nice tight wraps with that dubbing. And then right away, I'm gonna lift up the front foam and advance my thread to just behind the eye. Do a few thread wraps here. And then we can either whip finish this, or we can come in here with a 1/2 hitch tool. I'm just gonna use my 1/2 hitch tool, a couple of wraps around the tube, up over the eye of the hook, slide it off. I'm gonna do a couple of those. I am gonna add some resin up here as well, just to make sure I've got a decent knot. We do have a little bit of trimming to do, but let's first get some resin on this, make sure it's locked in. I'll flip it upside down. Make sure your legs are good and oriented.
Darren's peacing out. Goodbye, brother.
See you, buddy. Have a good night. Okay, just a little dab of resin here, guys. Right on those wraps. Let that soak in for a second. And I'll come in here and cure it. Just like so. Okay, now I'm gonna take a peek over here. Make sure all my legs are kind of oriented to where I want them. I am gonna take a little trim off the front of this, make sure that the foam is even in length. Not taking off too much here. I want it to advance just beyond the eye of the hook. So if you're looking at it from the top. Okay, you can round those off, but standardly we don't do that on a chubby. Now, I'm gonna flip this guy upside down. If I have any fibers that are super long, I'm gonna trim them off. But I don't wanna trim them shorter than the hook point here. And the reason being is that just adds to the bugginess of that fly. Having that little bit of stuff hanging down makes it look like little legs, kind of like that Troy's fly I showed you. So just don't over trim it. It's kind of nice, it's kind of buggy. Now we're just gonna do a little trim on our wing. There's no right or wrong answer to how long you want this. What I like to think of is if it's sitting back at this angle, kind of how it is there, I wanna think of my cut being at that angle as I go back and down. So it's gonna taper almost down, but not at a 45, that's too steep. I'm just gonna come in here and kind of clean up the tops, because I actually kind of do like this length here. Just gonna clean up the top so it looks like there's a slight tapering angle. Then any little pieces that aren't cooperating are way out to the sides. I'll do a little trim job on those. Otherwise, we're gonna leave it as is. And once you get some resin in that, the wing actually forms a little better. It kind of all sticks together, whereas right now it does kind of look like a bad hair day. But just like that, we have our Throbbing Chubby with the best soundtrack of the year so far. I say so far because Dana always manages to outdo himself.
Yeah, but I got 3 more chances.
3 more chances. So guys, hopefully your fly turned out something like that. You got 4 nice splayed legs. I'm not going to trim these legs. I like my legs long on my chubbies. And you know, the size that we gave to you is actually pretty much the perfect size on this fly. So just go ahead and leave them that length. If you really feel the need to trim them, you can, but I probably wouldn't do it personally. But there you go. There is your Throbbing Chubby, the new and improved.
It's a good looking fly.
Good looking bug's gonna ride really nice and high. Gonna be good to see and to fish. There you have it.
Dunk that. Do you guys know how Flyingo works? It's basically
Petroleum and kerosene.
yeah, diesel fuel and Vaseline. So they kind of need the, I don't know the words, emulsification, blah blah blah. But like, so I've made the stuff before with like kerosene, and then you get Hillbilly, which is like a petroleum product. So what you're trying to do is liquefy it so that when you dry it, the kerosene or the diesel, the fuel evaporates, and then it leaves your fly with a hydrophobic or petroleum Vaseline, something that doesn't let water in. Versus like the paste that you just rub on, because you're just kind of rubbing that on the surface. Don't get Flyingo in your mouth. Tim knows it. There,
Yeah, it's not a tasty mix, that's for sure.
If you're gonna put a dropper on, do it first and then put it into the Flyingo. You do not want to go back, get your mouth anywhere near it, because it's not good.
Jeff, you're asking what kind of dubbing this is. This dubbing is actually kind of a new twist that we have on this fly. And the dubbing itself is actually the same material as the wing. So it's cut into shorter fibers. But if I had to put this next to the wing here, it's exactly the same material. So it's actually just a, well, you have Zelon and Antron. I think this one's actually Antron.
Yeah.
But the Antron wing, very similar. It's a synthetic. But all we did was dub that on. And reason being is it accepts a floating better, and it naturally floats. Even if you didn't put floating on this fly is going to float for a while. It just really helps if you put some other floating on it. Yeah.
And so make your own dubbing, people. If you have an old coffee grinder, it's a magical way to take materials such as the Antron. I've seen people use like dog hair.
Yeah, cat hair, all the things.
Yeah, and you can just throw it in and make your own mixture. That's kind of what dubbing is. It's just hacked up into something magical like that. Straw. It does look like straw, Ritzko said.
Yeah, it's true.
Super buggy. That fly
Super
gives me a
buggy.
chubby. It should, Tyler. Because
it catches trout, though. You wouldn't want to use it.
yeah, that's right. The whitefish don't look up, so... Well, what do we got to do now except play
Some Flyingo.
Just making sure everything's good over here in the Flyingo world. Bing, bang, boom. That looks good. Looks like we're waiting to play Flyingo, so, well, we might as well
do it.
We might as well head over to the Flyingo game. Everybody get your Flyingo.ca cards out. We only got 9 people playing right now. We got 110 cards out. We got people loading up their Flyingo cards. And this is a big banger of a prize.
Yes, it is.
Lots
much.
going on there, factually. Tim will show you.
Yeah, so these guys, these are from fishfuel.ca, where you can order these specific boxes. Okay, so what you're going to get in this prize pack, probably one of the bigger fly packs you're going to get all season. We have 6 boxes of flies. Now, each box is its own thing. This one is called caddis culture. So this is all caddis flies, dries and nymphs, and some pupas in there. This next one we have, this one is the PMD box. Great June box, some dries and some nymphs in there. What's the next one here? This looks a little... Oh, this is called the High Elevation Dry Fly Essentials. Your mountain box, your beetles, your chubbies, your everything you're gonna need in the mountains, your ants, your beetles. Beautiful box, like that one. This next guy we have here is the Bluing Olive Nymphs, Emergers, and Dries. So these boxes, guys, are basically just set up for you to go to the river for your specific task. This one, the Dirty Dozen, the worms, leeches, and eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a dirty box.
They get all of those.
All of these are coming. Not just
All
one.
All of those.
And your stonefly box. Nymphs and dries. These are some good boxes.
Fishfield.ca
Gosh darn.
sells all of those.
They do. Fishfield.ca. 0 calorie fish food is where you want to head over to. And you can get these. Or you can win Flyingo.
Wow, that isn't like... If you win that, you are not buying a fly. Your summer's
For a while.
set.
And on top of that, you also got a
'Cause you
hot
gotta
hat
look
here.
good
You gotta
doing
look
it.
good doing it from our sponsor at Fishpond.
Wow.
Dang. That is a prize pack.
That is a prize pack. That's
Packed
unreal,
prize
actually.
pack.
I think somebody screwed up.
Yeah, I think they did
But-
too, but hey.
Anyways,
Somebody's going to win big, maybe.
somebody's going to win big. Yeah, so those are all selective fly boxes. So they're all grouped into kind of like categories. So if you're like, man, a caddis hatch, I don't really have it dialed in. I think what I saw in there was like you get 2 sizes of each, so like 2 Copper Johns in a 14 and 2 in a 16 or something like that. Basically just kind of carrying you all the way through the different stages of the hatch. And and you get the fly box with it. So I could probably promise you if you took
There's 6 boxes there.
6
yeah.
boxes there. Whew, hot dang.
That's a
Hot
good
dang,
one.
that's a prize. But anyways, we gotta play Flyingo to see who is gonna win. And obviously the first call is gonna happen right about now, and that's the waltz worm.
Started off classic.
Right in the beginning of this season, we did that.
We did. That was the very first episode, I believe.
So John Bruns, check your junk mail because a lot of the codes will go to your junk mail. So we'll just hold off till John Bruns figures that out. That code would probably be in your junk mail.
Yes, it will.
We will call 3 until John can figure it out. Just because you can't win on 3, you got to win on 4. And next one up, so we got the waltz worm. And the next one up is a screaming banshee. So we're playing Flyingo here, folks. And to the people who left, sad sorry for them.
Sad. No chance.
Yeah, Terry, that would go through all the seasons of trees and leaves and
When they have leaves, when they don't
when
have
they
leaves.
don't, he'll see them all. He will embed them in deep in the rooted oak of trees and leaves and All right, John, talk to us. Have you got anything? Screaming Banshee. That's coming up in a couple episodes. Tim loves that fly.
Be prepared. Be
Tim
prepared.
just started playing.
Yeah, I'm playing. I've never come even close, but it feels good to try. You know,
I mean, it's the effort that counts.
it's the effort that counts.
Well, John, we could just assume that you've got your You've got your thing now. We'll call one more. Screaming Banshee was called. So far, you don't need to be recapped because it shows up live on your app. Don't be afraid to click on that logo at the top. Take you over to our friends at Fishpond's page and check out all the cool things. We got a lot of their products when we got to go to Oman and just in love with all things Fishpond.
Yeah.
But if you do need a recap, Screaming Banshee, Waltz, Worm, and looks like John's in the Screaming Banshee. So we got 3. You need 4 to win. Well, we got another player just jumped in here, so we're at 112. So we could have some ties. We could definitely have some ties, but okay, John. Well, we will wait here for a sec, but. So yeah, when you do go sign up, you can still sign up, and it's good for next week. So I encourage you to, kind of get those ready beforehand. And number 4, we could have a winner after this. The Woolly Sculpin!
Woolly Sculpin. Mr. Aaron Special.
I'm not sure why I wait because it's all instantaneous. I'm just so
That's true.
I'm just so trained from the past.
Yeah, the past. We had to wait to be told.
Had to wait to be told.
There's been 4 called already?
4 called: the Screaming Banshee, the Waltz Worm, the Woolly Sculpin. Just 3.
I was going to say, what am I missing here?
That's why nobody's a winner.
Nobody's a winner yet.
Nobody's a winner. All right, let's try it again. See if we got any new catchy names here. Mama Griffin. I think that's Phil. Phil's got the family playing now. He really wants to win. All right, we do have a tiebreaker, and remember, this is a free game, so if things go south, we'll see you next week. 4th call is Sanchez Double Bunny. Speaking of Sanchez, next week is our taco
Speaking of Sanchez.
/ Mexican theme night that we've done every year because, well, good friend Kat gave us a sombrero.
Yeah, you got to wear it at least once a year.
Yeah, we do. So we'll pull it out. And I think we've got Mr. Struthers coming up for the couch. Maybe we'll just eat some tacos before that. And I've already got the beers. One of the beers is called El Jefe or something.
Nice.
So fitting for a night like that.
Got 2 and they're touching.
All right, looks like of all the players, we don't have a 4 straighter.
No.
All right, we'll try this again. Spin to win, number 5, the Lady McConnell Midge. Waiting on bingo. I should play.
I should play. Yeah.
You know, I should play. Let me load up my card here. See if it's still memorized into my account. Oh, hang tight. What's my mom saying?
Off to bed.
Okay, she's on her pajamas. Okay. Have a great night. Don't put me back on the show again, she said. All right. She can't stay up much past 9, but hopefully she's still watching. So, guys, do we got any bingos? I've heard nothing on this end. I'm going to see if I can get into www.flyingo.ca. All right, let's see if it loads up my card. Ah, there it is. I almost have a bingo, Tim.
Really?
Yeah.
Cheater.
All right.
Not I.
Well, what if I win? Is that weird? I don't know. I'm just playing. I like to play. I missed the first 3.
It don't matter, brother.
It doesn't matter. They're
tell you what they are.
I just logged in, and I just logged in, guys.
Oh, you do only need 1.
I know.
Dang.
I know. I feel weird now. Like you should be spinning to win.
What do you need?
Goddard Caddis.
Oh.
All right, well, spin to win.
win.
Gallup's found link.
I was like, come on.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about missing, guys, because it's an app and it plays for you. It plays for you. I used to have some things that happen if you touch the captain and the wizard, but I had to shut them down, and I got so into building this, guys, I forgot what reality was. And all right, well, looks like so far we still don't have a bingo, which is wild.
Yeah. 5 in.
Oh, Gallup's found link. See, it's right there. It's my glasses. It's hard to see. All right, I do hope I win. I could use some new flies. All right, we're going next here. The TJ Hooker. Oh, I thought I had bingo.
This is not my
Guys,
week.
it's been so long since I've played. I'm having a riot. This is actually a lot of fun. We tied that fly tonight, the TJ Hooker Stonefly.
5 for 5, no lines. Ooh.
Do I have a Captain Clutch? I actually don't. I
don't
to be
either.
honest, have not bought a Captain Clutch.
I don't have one.
I mean, I made the Captain Clutch, but I will gladly also know what the door is. So,
Yeah, you
there's
get one.
that. There's that. Man, I'm having fun playing this. Okay, next call up, TJ Hooker Stonefly, the Clifford Skating Caddis. I feel when we get into this part, Tim, we're gonna have
we
some
got
ties because
ties are
I am 2 calls away from being a triple big. Oh, there we go. Mike Ritzko wins again.
Really?
Wow, how are people doing this? And the fact is, he's got immunity.
No doors?
No doors.
prefer the
No
doors.
doors.
Maybe it'll be a tie. Maybe there's somebody
Oh,
else.
well, wait. We got your Ritzko. We got you here. We just got to see bingo on TJ Hooker.
Oh,
well,
Mike got it too.
you just got to hit it on your thing here.
Dana, you are the Captain Clutch.
That's a good point. No, Tim is. I'm the wizard.
You're the wizard.
All right.
I'm the minion. I need the godded for this tie with Dana.
I know the answers, though. Dana versus the wizard. Yeah, that's... Okay, so Mike, if you got BJ, if you got a BJ,
This TJ Hooker
if you
went
got a
from
BJ
TJ
with
to
the
a
hooker,
BJ.
this is TJ
Jeez.
Hooker.
Yeah, Mike, if you got it, you got to press your buttons.
Yeah, press your buttons. We'll wait here for a few more seconds, and then we'll consider the fact that you didn't have a bingo. You just have to hit it on this. No doors for Mike, but you might have a tie. Oh, there we go. Jerry Dickow is also in.
Oh, really?
And yep.
Oh, tiebreaker heaven.
Yep. Oh, Mikey Dumont's in. We got a tiebreaker. We've got a tiebreaker. The good thing is, if Ritzko wins, he doesn't have doors to doom.
What about the other fellers?
Absolutely
Absolute
not.
doors.
None. Nada. All right, looks like we've got Dumont, Dickow, and Ritzko. Oh my goodness. The Thunderdome.
I love the Thunderdome. Bring it on.
I did too. All right, we got 3 here tied for the thing. So I think what I need to do is just wait a couple seconds. All right. Can't remember how to do this. So add to the tie. Add to the tie. Add to the tie. Okay, we've got 3 people in the tiebreaker. I need to open the lobby and send them to the Thunderdome. All right, I've sent them to the Thunderdome. And that's how our screen looks now. The tiebreaker roster is quite simply those guys. So Travis, and I know he'd made the comment before that Ritzko should win because he's got the Captain Clutch. We have to understand what the Captain Clutch does. It defeats the wizard.
It doesn't defeat your friends.
You've got to win bingo first, right? So that's kind of where, and I wanted to address that last week, was it beats the wizard. It's still a tie is a tie is a tie. And it's always kind of been that way, right?
Yep. Tied until you go to the
Tied
wizard.
until you go to the wizard. So, all right, looks like we got the folks into the all right, the first question, which none of you guys will see because I don't know how to do that. But they're going to see, and they're going to get 5 seconds to answer the question. The first one is up, and it says, I think I can say it. I'm not going to ruin anything. Where did TNL begin?
Oh, location.
Yeah. That's the first one.
Oh, answers are going in.
All right, we got Mr. Dickhow, are you not playing? Mr. Dickhow, you need to answer something. All right, his 5 seconds is up, and I think he was sleeping. So he might be booted here because we're going to reveal the answers, and there, Mr. Mike and Mike and Mike.
Mike and Mike.
Mikey likes it, and Jerry Dickhow is gone because he did not answer fast enough. So we're going to eliminate the losers, and we're going to be down to 2 people.
The double Mike.
Are you guys ready? Because the questions get really difficult. All right, the next question is coming to you live right now. What is the main river that Fly Fishing Bow River Outfitter guides on?
Oh. If they don't get this one.
What is the main river Fly Fishing Bow River guides on?
Double D.
All right, they're feeling pretty special because the next ones don't really have answers. So, all right, reveal the answers. Looks like both of them are there. Eliminate the losers, and there is no losers. So we're gonna ask to be answered. I don't remember. It only shows me a little bit of the question. And Mike versus Mike. They've gone through 2 stages, and trust me, guys. As you move forward, the answers are.
Get better.
I can give them this one. All right, because this will good. They'll get this, and then the last 2 are hell. All right, the next question is what is the profit margin on a season 8 kit?
What? You think they're gonna get that?
Well, there's an answer there that's obvious.
It's obvious.
Yeah, and so they both. Oh, they're changing.
Oh, I like
Oh,
it. Split decision. We.
They were 9. 9. If the answer's 9.
Oh, who's going to the doors?
I don't know. I know the answer. I don't know which letter it is. So, well, let's reveal the answers here.
Oh, they're both wrong.
Both wrong. They got to get another question. I don't know what happens in this situation.
You can't boot the losers. There'll be nobody here.
Yeah, maybe I got to go reset the tie. I don't know. I don't know what to do there. They both are gone.
They bamboozled you.
Let's try this again. Add him to the tie and add Ritzko to the tie. Open the lobby. See, guys, we've pushed the limits right now. But they both got it wrong. So this is where it's just like, it's wanting me to kick them both out.
Well, nothing saying we can't.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what to do. Let me try adding them to the tie one more time. And then open the lobby. It doesn't work because they've already chosen. Oh, maybe they're in.
Whoops, deleted the hard
Okay.
drive.
We'll try this one. See what you guys got. Okay, looks like they did choose. Looks like they might both be. If they're both wrong, I've only got one more question after this, and then it's just done.
It's done.
It's done. There's no winner.
Somebody's got to answer right.
All right, reveal the answers. Then they're both wrong
they're
again.
both wrong
They're
again.
both wrong again. So we'll give them one more chance, and because I only have one more question. So we'll eliminate the losers, which you guys both are losers. And then we'll reset the tie. And then we'll add you back to the tie. Mike and Mike. And then we will ask you the last question, which goes question number 3. Best of luck, because if I guess if we don't stop the show, end the show, this is the last question we got. If somebody doesn't get this right, then I guess we're done.
Yep. Adrian's got it. Then it's a carryover.
All right. They both picked they're picking answers, or somebody's picking answers. Okay. Maybe they're not getting questions on the last one. Well, we're going to have to just go back to the chat, and we're going to have to do a pick a number.
Yeah.
Did you guys get a chance to answer that one? Anybody? Reveal the answers. Oh, looks like Mike Ritzko got
it.
Mike Ritzko got the winner.
And he doesn't have to go to the Doom.
Yep. Looks like that's how it is. So, it's what happens when you play a free game. There's
the one thing we didn't think of, that somebody wouldn't get an answer right.
Somebody wouldn't get an answer right. So, I don't know, but Mike Ritzko has a Captain Clutch. Mike Ritzko has won himself a lot of flies. And that's kind of how that works.
Just like that.
I don't know what else to do. I'm running. I'm going home. And that's that. So
congrats, Mike. You got a lot of stuff coming your way.
Yeah. Well, we don't have anybody on the guest footage there. No question was asked. Well, I guess you just win. It says you won. So I think what it did is it stored their last answer. And
oh yeah. Well, it's fine. You
well,
got it right
it's
anyways.
just like guessing a number, right?
Yeah.
It's a random as it is. Mike Ritzko, happy to say you're the winner. Why is this music still playing? Oh yeah,
because you haven't changed the.
I didn't change the scene. That's what I thought.
I was like looking over there, it's one screen. Looking over there, it's one screen.
All right, what's your win, folks? What's important now? We were supposed to have my mom on here, but she's, we went overtime, went to K-pop land, and she's
off to the sleeps.
So it is. Oh wait, I gotta go reset the tie. Then I gotta give Mike his. Sorry, Mike. Hopefully you can still enjoy your win.
Your win song?
I give him the win, and his phone will blow up. Hopefully he enjoys that. I forgot to do that. I didn't think there'd ever be a time when somebody didn't get the answer, but now I'll write that in the notes and fix it for 2027.
Yeah.
Either way, it was randomly chose Mike as a winner, and
it had to be a Mike.
It had to be a Mike. It had to be a Mike. And I would have preferred it to be the other Mike because, I kind of sadistically love to see the Wizard and the Doors of Doom. And it brings me no joy to just hand the prizes off to somebody.
It's true.
But Flyingo has a mind of its own, and it must have been the captain who jumped into the program and chose.
He is back there plugging things in.
He is. He is making magic happen.
That's what he does.
Thank you, but no question came up. Just accept your prize, Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Don't make us take us back.
Yeah.
Don't make us send half to Dumont. Anyways, Mike wins it. Both Mikes have won. What's it with those guys? It's beautiful. Yeah. It's amazing.
Oh, and they win. I would say they win once a year. Those two.
Yeah, or twice.
Or twice.
Yeah, they definitely good for them. There's just some people that are winners, and they're winners.
Winners.
So yeah, what's important now is our wins. It's the end of the show. It's kind of where we set each other free off into the week. And you kind of got a bit of homework, and that is to look for something or be somebody's win, so that you can come back here and share it with us. Kind of how this works is, Tim will share. I'll share with you guys, and then we'll just go around and ask you guys. You've already started to share. We'll throw them up on the screen. We'll read them, and we'll stay here as long as you guys keep sharing. And then we'll kind of bring episode 9 to a close.
Google's how to change name to Mike.
That's funny.
Oh man, what is my win this week?
I just want to say this because Scotty just commented, and he's going to kill me for it, but Somebody in here got a gift of a season 8 kit, and because he noticed that, maybe it wasn't in the cards for them, so he reached out, and I know he doesn't want me to share, but I'm just like, I'm not. He's just been such a great dude from long time that he's been watching, and he's just doing great things like that, and I just think that's what's cool about the group.
Yeah. Well, the group is everything.
It's like, hey man, can we get this guy a kit? Yeah. He didn't say you guys should give this guy a kit. He's like, I want to buy one. And so I called you out, Scotty, but we love you. We appreciate you.
The biggest gem.
Okay. Sorry, Tim.
No, you're good. Win of the week. I think this was a week of searching for a win.
Yeah.
And I do want to start off by saying thank you to all those who reached out this week. Kind of knowing some of what has gone on with my family this last week and the loss of a family member. It's been, a really tough week all around. And I did have a lot of those, like, where is my red car? Like, I'm just not seeing it this week. But truly, like,
red car. Isn't that funny?
I know. I was thinking that. But it's just literally this week has come to today, and what a joy to come to Dana's and to hang out all day and to do some quick ties and to BS and to do the show. Sometimes the things that bring you the most joy are just the break from reality.
Simple things.
It's simple, and I love that. And that was for me this week was what I needed. We're all facing trials and tribulations in our lives, and I think sometimes we have to just take a little peek around the corner and grasp onto those little things that really are the big things. I know we say they're little, but they're big. And truly grateful for today. Thankful for that. Excited to have a couple days with Dane and a lot of driving ahead, but time with your people means everything. And I needed this week. I needed today. And what a fun day and a fun show, as they all are. And it's such a weird thing to, like, even during the week, like working on the flies, and you're like, man, pull out that kit. And it's like episode 9. It's like, oh man,
no, it's like,
where does this, like, a lot of work goes into it before, during, after, but you're like, man, when you're in it, sometimes it feels like it just flies by.
Just you're in it,
which is sad, but a time and a season for everything. So thank you guys. I love you all. And thank you for your thoughts and your prayers this week. And I'm just grateful for our community. Yeah,
it's fun. Seeing names here that we've like, I think it was kind of an episode or season 2, 3-ish when, a lot of people have been here since. And just to think that, like, their commitment to Thursday nights of hanging out with us is, it's phenomenal. And, you don't take it for granted. You don't take it lightly. Just kind of bringing all the stuff back to the conversation with my mom at the start was, you just gotta see things, one moment at a time. And it's a blessing to. It's funny because I went out for dinner last night. I was telling Tim and trying to explain to somebody what this is. It's probably the greatest conundrum / joy of my life.
How do you answer? You're like, hey, I'm going to need at least a half hour.
I'm like, and I think that's, like, in marketing, they say that's the death to your product, as if you can't sum it up in, like, 20 seconds.
It's a detriment to our product to not explain the travel.
But then I think that to not do it justice, to not take 30 minutes to explain what it all is and whatnot. And it's not for everyone, and that's fine. But I just think my point of that was because of all the people that tune in and become, one of us, like a person on the show. It's why it takes 30 minutes to explain what TNL is, because of the depth of the people who have been here supporting, who have been here showing up on Thursdays to just share, sticking around for, what are we hitting on 3 hours here? And, just a group of people just sticks and hangs out and they can't wait to share with us. So,
Yeah.
very blessed for that. And I want to say it every week because I don't want anyone to ever think that we take that for granted. And just kind of take that into your life and just realize the people that show up. Sometimes like the greasy wheel gets the grease a lot. And what I mean is there's some people in your life that are kind of the big quiet supporters and they don't really, you might take them for granted, right? Like my mom, right?
Yeah.
It's like those steadies, those
Cheerleaders.
mainstays that are just always there, and it's magical. So now I want to share my win.
I love this
'Cause-
comment just before you do. It's hard to explain, but it's almost better to experience it to understand this.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yeah. Well
Uh,
said, Tyler.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
Yeah. And when people are like, well, I'm not really into fishing, I'm like, well, the show doesn't really get into fishing either. Sometimes.
It's like 80-20, right?
Yeah. I know. What is true testament to a day on the river with us where, it's 80% about the people. So we talk about the red car, right? We talk about this, see red car, think about red car. And one of my wins, because I know the last couple of weeks I've been, kind of dogging myself and not like, I don't know. So I'll get to the red car. We had a big volleyball tournament this weekend. Super fun. Girls were incredible. Super proud of them. I think that they are punching above their weight class, and I mean that in a very good way. Is what they didn't expect out of themselves is they're achieving great things, and it's really beautiful to be a part of. I didn't realize how much I missed coaching. I mean, in volleyball is like, I'm not gonna profess to be like a professional volleyball guy, but I just realized how much I missed coaching and just kind of giving back, right? So many people on my hockey career gave me so much, put so much time into me, and to just kind of be able to go do that for others, for young ladies, is just a blessing. So there's a big win. The red car, the irony of this is funny. So Hayden's got a red car, and was it last week? Cold. Apparently just wouldn't start. Tried all the standard things, and then I decided I was gonna
Become a mechanic.
Become a mechanic, right? Because why not? So with the help of AI and diagnostic AI and all the stuff, I refused to pay to get it towed to a shop. I just thought I could figure this out myself. Right? It can't be that hard. So I went from a simple trying to pull out some fuses, and some of these fuses were basically rebuilding the engine to get to them. But I was like, no, I'm not going to quit. And I just had these moments of like, F it, I want out of this. And I kept battling through. I'm not trying to be a hero here, but I hated this. I was frustrated
every day.
And then upon more research, it's like it's probably a throttle body. So it's not it's a 2013 Toyota Venza. I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. And so got one on Amazon, and Troy came down. He's, a little more savvy on vehicles, and it's the wrong one. We get it all apart. It's the wrong one. Obviously, it's Amazon. So get another one. Part comes. Troy comes down this morning. We get it all back together. It just seems it never works for me when I fix something. I just never, and doesn't work. And I'm just like, I honestly gave up. I was like, you mean Tim are gone for a couple days, and we'll send it into the shop next week, and grab my ankles and just take it for what it's worth. And so Tim and I are in the house chatting, hanging out, and And I was like, man, I think I'm not done. I think there's one more thing I want to check or do whatever. And so I did a little more research, and there might be this might have been the problem, or it might have been a couple other, or it might have been all of the things that I fixed. But yeah, there was a fuse that was right at the top of the fuse box. Probably the one I never checked, right? Or I did check it, and then it anyways, I that was the fuse, and it was blown, and I replaced it, and she fired up.
Vroom, vroom.
She fired up, and man, was I excited. Was I excited. I know, it sounds small, but it was huge because it was just weighing on me all week because, Hayden doesn't have a vehicle, and, I wanted to fix it for him and just, whatever. So that was done. I broke a tooth the other day, went into the dentist, and we all hate that. It was a simple fix, got it done. I just feel like just those little things. See, my point is wins don't have to be extravagant. It's like, I fixed a fuse and I got a tooth fixed, and I'm a winner. Gosh darn it, Tim, people like me.
I can do it.
So that is the epitome of the red car.
Yeah, it's an actual red car.
Yeah, and I was saying to Tim, I'm like, God, man, I'm so like, my wins are all just piling up today, and
all in one day.
I know, it's just coming in hot. So, but that's part of what this is to get us to start thinking, what's your win? And you start looking for stuff, and when you start looking for stuff, like my mom was saying at the start, it's a choice to be positive, right? And we start to. And I know you guys are doing it because you're coming here and you're saying, what your wins are. So
I think
great
there's so much power in what Mom said, and it's something we even discussed this week. Is like when you face those challenges of actual life or death,
yeah,
it makes you question mortality a little bit. Not necessarily like we have very strong beliefs. We know where we're going, or we believe we know where we're going, but at the end of it, it makes you live intentionally. It's not a fear thing. It's like Mom said, she's like, I feel happier. I feel blessed. I feel like I'm living each day with more intention. It's like, we should all be doing that.
And it's hard. And something shocks our world, and then we do this, and then we don't. And then something shocks us. And I think it's just the way it is. It's like, you're just constantly putting yourself into check. And yeah, how does one continue to wake up and be gracious? And
yeah,
I think you just have the people in your life that challenge you, or like this, where you gotta check in with a win, right?
Prime example of it.
Perspective.
Look for your cars.
Look for your red car and check the fuse.
Just that one.
Yeah. I'm sure it was all the things I did. So anyway,
I think it was one thing you did near the end.
It could have been.
Hey, it's got a new throttle body. That's great.
Great. Just rebuilt it, bored out the cylinders. It's
oh yeah,
4,000 horsepower. Yeah, it's just light work, guys.
Yeah,
mechanic. All right, Travis, my win. Woke up this morning and looked out my front window to see around 200 head of elk. I got to listen to cow calls for about 20 minutes before I went to work. Love the little things in life. Yes, sir. Jonesy. Win. Obviously, TNL and some great ties by Tim, but really great to see your mom doing so well, Dana. Wishing her all the best in her continued progress against that stupid disease. That's a fact. Scotty, win for the week. I'm celebrating 21 years with my wife, Tracy, who has survived breast cancer twice. Thank you guys for your support. That is an amazing feat, Scott. So happy for you guys, and hopefully her continued health. That's what we're celebrating here. Scooter, my win of the week. Laid a buddy of mine to rest today. Shit. Sorry, bud. So I want to say to everyone here, please reach out if you ever need anything. I'm here for this TNL fam. I may not have the answers, but I'll always lend an ear. The TNL fam means a lot. I think that's what we need to know is, I get scared. Sometimes people reach out to me. It's like, I kind of get overwhelmed, and it's like I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I don't think, and I think it's a relevant situation that you're feeling and gone through this here a few weeks ago, where it's like just sometimes they just want somebody to just listen.
People just need someone to talk to.
Yeah. We actually don't. They're actually not looking for answers, I don't think.
No.
It's like, I'll tell a story. I just felt like I felt overwhelmed with just a random. The job that I possess is very like, things over here and here and here and here, and then the car goes down and the wash machine doesn't work, and you kind of have a bit of a pity party. That picked up Matea from school the other day, and she's like very in tune with energy. Like you have to be, it's like, it's wild actually. And she's like, "What's wrong? How's your day?" And I was like, wah." And she just was like, "Is there anything I can do to help? Like, are you like, if you feel overwhelmed with stuff, can I take a task off your hand?" And I was like, and so it just kind of like, nothing was resolved other than I just had somebody who genuinely listened, and got home and I was like, like I feel
better.
fine. Like
Yeah.
we didn't solve anything other than I just, like we said here, just somebody, you just had an ear.
Yeah. Something special. Mike, a big win. Finished another round of cancer treatment this week. Feeling good and fingers crossed that it will get this behind me. Hanging out on Thursday night continues to be great therapy. Love people catch fish. Would be nice if this Mike would win a Flyingo.
Well, the wizard's daughter's gone. She went to college, so.
So happy to hear that, Mike.
Yeah, buddy.
Just keep battling, brother.
Big Dave. My win. We heard from our friends that live in Qatar. Currently safe sheltering at home. Happy to be lucky enough to be born in a country where that isn't a concern. Many people don't have that luxury.
It's true. Ren Dangler. I haven't been able to watch much this season, but getting more on a Thursday night and logging in for the second half is so enjoyable. Hearing the jokes and the laughs is such a great way to end the week.
Yeah. Cam home from the paper mill. Quick and dirty road trip. Happy to get to tune in tonight for TNL and see everyone's names. Great to get away and earn some money, but nothing beats walking in your own front door to the fam and the furry friends.
Adrian, my win. The week started rough, but today I got an awesome email. I will get the Instructor of the Year award at the Alberta Recreation Facility Personal Conference this year. Incredible, dude.
Congrats.
Still on cloud 9 from that. Got some Hitman tickets for tomorrow, and the family and I will celebrate. So very grateful. I have a word block there, but so very grateful for my abilities, recovering from the stroke, and health and family, friend support. Yeah, what a great way to be honored, brother. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, super cool. Harry Tats. Finally got my educational brand up and going, and the first class is almost full. My first ever hot towel shave course that I fully curated on my own. Super humble feeling, and you should be very proud of yourself.
Yes, you should. Been a while in the making.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Incredible. Nice job.
I've never shaved a hot towel. Is that?
No?
No.
Never tried to shave a hot towel.
I mean, a cold one all the time. Hot is a different story.
Buffalo. I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's shampoo. Sorry.
Oh,
gosh.
Tim. We can't get all our jokes out today. We got like 10 hours of driving.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Mr. Souther, win for the week was my 6-year-old grandson tying his own ice fishing fly on his own vise with some stuff Grandpa gave him. and he caught a perch.
Oh,
that's
Grandpa
that's
didn't give him the flies that were in the trees. There's no trees on the ice there, Terry.
Maybe this is your calling.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance.
Just straight up and down.
Yeah.
Open the bail.
You'll find some tree at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Roger, my youngest daughter was in the ER yesterday for heart-related symptoms. No answers yet. Waiting for the cardiologist to interpret the test results. If you are so inclined, prayers for her would be appreciated. 100%.
That can be definitely.
Wasn't here last week because I was manning our club's booth at the F3T screening. Great night with some people who are almost as awesome as the TNL fam. Well, both can be true. It's a dialectic way of thinking. They can be awesome and we can be awesome. They're probably awesome because you're there.
Yeah, touche. Mr. Ritzko, this has been a tough week, but my win is an upcoming float trip on the bow this Saturday. Some river therapy. Yeah.
Nice. It should be the win that you pulled out of your not answering questions.
And somehow won.
Trevor, my win for the week is getting to sign on and share in some laughs. I'm so glad to have found TNL back at season 5. It's an amazing group of people, and you are part of the amazing group.
Yeah. Hershey. Win is going to try to go back to work. I don't know if it'll go well or not, but I'll get some answers about the future, and this community sure helps me more than you guys know. Oh, brother, I'm like thinking of you. Been
Only
there.
one way to find out, I guess. Just
test the waters.
can always say no.
Yeah.
That picture of him with a trout?
I know. I don't. It must
That's
be
AI.
really old.
That's AI.
AI. Yeah.
Hey, you can tell that doesn't even look like his mustache.
Oh, poor Tyler.
Bruce, my win was getting to spend time with an old friend. He's currently back in the hospital and not doing well. Since Christmas 2025, he's only got to go home for maybe 10 days, and that was about 4 weeks ago. I feel he's not going to last much longer, and he's accepted that fate. That's tough, but truly a special time with him earlier today. I left with a heavy heart. Our time here on earth is precious, not just to self, but also to others. Immeasurable. That's very prophetic and precious,
words.
not just to ourselves, but also to others.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Powerful words, Bruce. Brent, win, hearing the wisdom from Dana's mom on her journey. Now, how to transfer that, how to transfer that wisdom into my life. OQPF, LPCF. Travel safe, boys. Looking forward to next week. Aiba.
Well, yeah. Andale, arriba. You gotta say it with some German accent.
Nine.
Steve 00. My win is moving forward in my mental health.
Heck yeah.
That's fantastic. We're so glad you tuned in about 4 episodes ago and you were like, what did I just
What are we doing?
tune into? Yeah.
Bags. I really haven't been able to catch the show this year. Thought I'd come see how things are going. Glad to see everyone's here. My win of the week is the payoff of hard work. When you set a long-term goal, it can seem like things may never happen till they do. Glad to see everyone here. Is that everybody?
Yeah. Roger, you're getting some love over on YouTube here. Yeah. Yeah. That's Mr. Dickow. Usually throws in a comment right at the end.
Yeah.
Well, folks, season 8, episode 9. We've only got 3 left, and
Crazy.
And the giant giveaway at the end of the season. Well,
It's coming.
yeah, we're gonna make that happen again. And if there's something you want to donate, you just let us know. if you got somebody, a friend, a company that wants to be part of this and make this the best season 8 over $10,000 donation giveaway. I don't even know what I'm allowed to call it because there's rules now.
It's not a lottery.
No, what's it called? No purchase necessary, guys. New this year. No purchase necessary. Because it's for everyone. That's the new rules. But yeah, so yeah, we got 3 weeks that we're just gonna go absolutely hard, and I mean I think every show this year has been over 3 hours. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome,
Steve,
Steve.
this is kind of cool right here. Steve-O's doing a fly tie night with his dad. I bet you his dad wouldn't make him open his box of dick punches.
Probably not.
Something to think about, Steve 00.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life's too short.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's what we've learned
Feel the same.
tonight.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all we got. My ear's starting to hurt from the monitors.
I know.
Things
It
here.
gets there after a while. I had to pull one out.
I know.
What do we got next week, guys? We got a couple of good patterns. We got another jig nymph. We got the
Duracell jig
Duracell
nymph.
jig nymph. And then we got the pool boy hopper. And then hold on tight because we have the last two
The
episodes.
pool boy hopper is next week? No.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Duracell jig, pool boy hopper. And then the last two we did.
Oh, the pool toy hopper. Okay, yeah, you're right.
What did I call
sorry.
it? Pool boy.
No.
The pool
Yeah,
boy
you
hopper.
did.
Yeah. Whatever.
Pool boy. Well,
Freudian.
each their own.
Yeah. But couple of good patterns coming, guys. As always, look ahead in your kits too. If you feel like, hey, just open your
that's a good
packages
thing,
and just check, make sure everything's there. You might not know necessarily that all the materials need to be there, but make sure you got your hooks and your beads and all that
Yeah,
stuff,
and
so
then-
we can rectify it within time. If there's any issue. But hang on tight because the last couple episodes we do have a couple of more challenging flies. Maybe
Ferrari.
practice some of your deer hair skills because we got some good ones.
Goddard's caddis, you know.
Screaming Banshee and the Goddard's Caddis, but we'll get you through them. It's supposed to build and get more challenging, so you'll see.
As always, the quick ties will be up in the first thing in the morning. And Tim and I will be on the road. Wish us well as we travel down to Idaho Falls to see our friends at Hyde. I recommend never wearing this pink condom tip noodle thing.
What did you actually call it? It's a beret or something?
Well, I now remember, I think they wore this to like a concert. And
Oh, yeah,
I
that
don't
makes
know.
more sense.
I was like, maybe it's a shower cap. And then I was like, who showers with glitter? And then I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows?
I feel like I got glitter all over me, or maybe it's just red from the edge, but
You do have red all over your face. Yeah, oh, yeah. It's everywhere.
good Lord.
Yeah, nice.
How are we going to fix this, Tim?
Put on a toque.
Oh, that is...
It's everywhere.
Guys, what in the actual...
I just thinking back to Hayden at dinner talking about his makeup
Yeah,
hat.
I know.
Oh, that's way better.
I know. What I think's going to be funny if...
Oh, look at all that. What is it even? I think you should leave it.
Yeah, but what if I show up in Idaho Falls like this? They won't let me through the border, Tim.
They might not. Gazing parties. It's good. I'm not sure what it is, if it's dye or what.
Guys, I love you. I got to go fix my forehead. We'll see you next week.
Another Thursday done.
Season 8 feeling great. TNL family, we love you. Pass the bobbin to the left hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right hand side. Take a breath and enjoy the ride. TNL fam, we're by your side. We're by your side. Tied up the flag. flies, we shared the night. Dana guided the ship just right. Tim spun magic on the vice so clean. Season 8 rolling like a funky dream. The patterns dance, the laughter flowed. The TNL fam just stole the show. Oh, QP forever, hearts align. Love people catch fish, that's a state of mind. Ooh, keep it pineapple. Hearts align, love people catch fish, that's a state of mind. Pass the bobbin to the left-hand side. Pass the bobbin to the right-hand side. Thanks for coming, enjoy the night. TNL fam, you shine so bright.